office. There we go. Boop. Now our audio is not being weird. Great. Okay, yeah, by the power of E, and we already started off with one audio problem. Cool.
Go.
Amazing.
Haven't
Of
lost
course we
camera
did.
yet, so we're
haven't
fine.
When have we
camera yet,
not?
so
Why
we're
would you
doing
say
good.
it though?
Because if I'm gonna be a curse to myself, you're all coming down with me.
Oh my god. Alright, hello.
I will
chat.
die with this ship.
Fails.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 6th episode of the Rectification. We are so excited. Today we have our very first guest, Ben Does D&D. He's co-host of one of the shows here on the channel, sometimes Dungeons, sometimes Dragons, where we host a show here when we're not doing the Rectification. So every other Friday we have something else going on.
I was waiting to do it. Sorry.
Yes.
It's holding it in.
Ben, where else can we find you, and give us your pronouns?
Well, hi, hello, I'm Ben. I go by he, him pronouns. You can find me over on so many places, but I'll cut it down to a few. TikTok is Ben Does D&D. On Mondays, you can find me over on twitch.tv/Dice Cream Sandwich for the Beyond the Realms campaign, which Ivy is also in with me. On Wednesdays, as of next week, I will be on twitch.tv/Schooner or later, doing a Percy Jackson campaign. It's campaign 2. It will probably have a catch up at the beginning of it. It's episode 1 of our second season of it. You haven't missed too much, but we'll do a little catch up at the beginning of the episode. But that's on Wednesdays if you want to check that out. And then there's a few other things, but I am on too many things. TLDR, I'm on too many things and in too many places at once.
This is fair.
We claim Ivy as the clones.
Hey, look.
Are you next in line?
Wow.
Yeah.
So to give a quick recap, because somebody in our chat has asked that they had missed last week.
Just wow. There's no.
There's no
that-
chill. There's no chill.
Crazy.
No
So to recap of where we ended last week, our party was standing after almost getting fireball to the face, Coraline. Our party was standing outside of a residency where a gentleman named Quill had thrown a fireball at Coraline's face. It was able to dodge out of the way. They had a conversation, and before they were able to really handle any of the issues or anything or talk further with him, they looked over to see Talus disappear into a mist of constellations and stars and vanish into thin air at the very start of the campaign, the very start of the session. From there, you let Quill walk away, having thought you had negotiated him down enough. Quill walked away. You went back to Kivin, where a messenger came up to Yadi, the lizard folk librarian, and gave him a note that said Azmar was burning, and it was from Mia, and the ink was smudged. You guys took a long rest and waited the evening, stayed in the inn, and then the next morning immediately went back to Azmar, which had burned throughout the night, which had been burned to the ground, had been burning throughout the night. You fought Quill, was successful in defeating him. However, sadly, Mia had passed away as you had found her corpse lying next to a wall with that very familiar A on the wall behind her.
Mia.
So we have F in the chat for Mia, but we start our.
It's rude.
You had taken Mia's body out of the burning Azmar, which is now completely engulfed in flames and burning slowly to the ground. It had burned throughout the night, so almost 24 hours. You were burying Mia when you were met with Talus and another figure coming back in that same mist of constellation and stars. So we are going to start tonight's session with Talus and what had happened when she was teleported away from her party and who she happened to be with. So we are going to start with Talus. You are standing there with your party members as you are watching them try to negotiate with this individual, this Quill that you've heard about, who's lost his husband, who has this tome underneath his arm still. And as you're standing there contemplating what your next move is going to be, your vision suddenly is filled with just space as a mist overcomes your body, and stars and constellations are all you can see for a brief moment. And as you feel almost like you're floating for an instant, you open your eyes once more to find yourself not in a familiar place at all. Instead, you are standing in what appears to be a room at an inn that you don't recognize. Before you stands a tiefling. Ben, introduce yourself.
So in front of you, you see a red tiefling with two large horns at the front, and then off to the side he has two smaller red horns. He has facial hair, very, very well-kept facial hair, wears a long brown jacket with a black silk shirt underneath with designs of constellations on it, and then just some basic black pants and some black boots. And in his hand, he is currently, in one hand, he is currently holding a one, and in the other hand, I assume, is a scroll that is burning up as it has just been used.
Oh no.
And one thing, as you are face to face with him, something that you would recognize almost immediately is when you look at his eyes, they're not really normal. They are almost entirely purple, almost as if they're glowing, but they're not quite. It's almost like they have that look where they look like they're glowing, but they're not. The whites of the eyes, the irises, everything is just, it's not like just pure purple. You can see that there are irises there, but it's just different shades of purple in his eyes. And he looks very surprised to see you, as you are not what he was expecting. Yeah. What do I see before me? I mean,
Yeah, so Talus, I'll let you describe yourself. How do you look when you are just swept up in the mist of stars and constellations, thrown into a room that you don't recognize with a tiefling that you don't recognize? Describe what Talus looks like and then describe her reaction.
Okay, so Talus is a female with long, dirty blonde hair and very bright green eyes. She's got a scar across her face, but despite the scar, she's very attractive. However, she also looks like you shouldn't mess with her. She has a leather green outfit with a red shirt underneath, so you can see her, orange shirt underneath, so you can see her orange sleeves, and leather boots. So she just looks like a very standard adventurer. And as she looks straight at this tiefling, she's blinking her eyes and capturing the whole room as quickly as she can, because she thinks that she is in serious danger.
yes, so do I.
Looking around this room,
it's probably assuming that it was Quill that did this. I don't, like, Ava doesn't think it was, but Talus thinks that Quill literally teleported me, and I'm kind of assuming that maybe that happened to my companions, and I'm looking around for them.
Yeah, before you is just this tiefling. You see nobody else familiar in this room. This room is very unfamiliar. It is your very stereotypical looking inn, where it's well kept. This looks like to be a higher quality of inn, but very much an inn. Your time spent traveling, doing different things, being in different inns, you can definitely tell that that's what this is. However, you don't see any distinct markings on this tiefling. There's no insignias. He's just standing there, baffled at the fact that you are now in his room. Scroll burned up in hand.
I'm in a bedroom?
One at the ready.
You are in the bedroom. You are in the room.
Oh!
Yeah. Immediately, he's just gonna like take a step back, take a defensive stance. The wand is up, and pointed at this person.
Hell no! I start taking a step back, and I
immediately just gonna say, "Who are you, and what plane of existence did you come from?"
At the same time that he's taking a step back, I take a step back and I'll take my my dagger out.
I wouldn't do that.
Well, it would happen at the same time, and as I'm hearing what you're saying, I'm processing it, and I'll just plane of existence.
Yes.
I was just near Azmar. Where am I?
Thank God. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, could have been a problem. Thought you were from the Feywild. That could have been bad. What?
The Feywild?
Asthma? What? How did? That's not where that was supposed to go.
You
Okay.
brought me here? Where am I?
I didn't bring you here. I was trying to go somewhere myself. How did this happen? What? Okay, I think I messed up the calculation on that. That was not meant to happen. Sorry. Hi. Hello. Sorry. Didn't mean to bring you here. Apologies. I'm Ezekiel, and you,
I am not sure if I should tell you who I am.
That's a very long name. Is there anything I can call you for short?
Yeah. But can you tell me where I am first? I mean, I am very confused.
Well, really, you're in my room in this inn, which is very awkward. But in terms of location, this is Dewdale. If you know where that is.
I don't, and I don't have my map because technically, I think Brad has the map.
Oh
Hey, Brad, I'll be
no.
pulling it up in a second. Cam's
Apparently,
moved, so I
my
had to
name
move
is
it around.
Ezekiel.
I had to move it around.
I just like to imagine that like slam cut to like us like almost getting our shit handed to like
You are
Will
correct.
right now.
There is a hard cut of you guys.
like I'm out of spell slots and like Rhinophorus just got singed and is like going for the death and like they're like, oh my god, wait, where are you from? Where are you from? My friends are gonna be fine.
My
Well,
friends are fine.
Processing things. I'll say, my name is Talus, but I need to get back to my friends. I don't think it was quite the situation I just left in. How far am I from Azmar?
Azmar, probably like several days travel.
What?
Don't worry about it though. I think I have. Hold on. I think I have somewhere in here. No. Okay. Slight problem. I can get you back. I can do that. I think if I don't mess around with the scroll too much this time, I should be able to get you back. Probably, maybe. Might go to the Feywild. Hopefully not. That would be bad. That's what I want to do. Sorry. Tomorrow. I can get you back tomorrow. 24 hours. I really wish I could just send you back now, but I can't do that. Don't have the magic juices left to do that.
I'm stuck here for 24 hours.
Could be worse. Could be a week. I don't think that was what you wanted to hear. That was a joke, by the way. I'm bad at those sometimes. Anyway, no, 24 hours. Should be fine. Should be able to get you back. No issue. Dewdale's not such a bad place. I tell you what, make a deal. Compensation, I'll get you your own room. I don't want you to stay in here, but I could just get you another room here. You can do your own thing. Back here, 24 hours. I'll get you back to where you're supposed to go.
I'll point my knife at him and say, how do I know I can trust you? You just brought me here.
Do you want me to lie to you, or do you want the honest answer?
Honest.
You can't. But
Yes.
See, I was honest with you, which means you can trust me, but you can't trust me. It's confusing. I'm not gonna try and hurt you unless you try and hurt me. I'm not about that life. I don't hurt people unless they.
That's fair. I'll
Need
put
to
away
be.
my knife.
Yes. Thank you. I don't like sharp things being pointed at me. Thank you very much.
Fine. So, wait 24 hours, huh?
Yeah. I mean, you aren't limited on where you could go. You could go anywhere. I mean, Dale's nice enough. Like I said, I can literally get you your own room. I'll pay for it. Inconvenience cost. Get it? I'll do that. Don't worry about it. I know
Sounds
Victoria.
fair to me.
She's fine. She'll get you a room. It's fine. But I mean, yeah, Dale's a nice enough place. You can go out and explore and stuff. There's a few things you can do here. But 24 hours. That's it. Sorry.
Can I ask? Okay, fine, not a problem. I would like to get my own room. What time of day is it? I don't remember.
It was late afternoon.
It's late afternoon.
Okay. I need a drink.
Yeah. There'll be drinks downstairs. I'm sure Victoria can do that. Let's just out of here. Probably, yeah. Let's just start walking out towards the door. Probably almost half trips on the edge of the bed. He just walks around. Just, all right. Apologize to that. Sorry. Just walks past. Takes his key, unlocks the door, and just like.
Yeah. So yeah, you walk out. This is an area that our lovely Ezekiel is now familiar with, but Talus, this is not a place you have been before. As you're walking, it is very well furnished. It is just a very high quality inn. It does seem kind of small for the high caliber that it is, but Ezekiel seems to know where he's going. As far as you can tell, he's trustworthy enough, and you don't see any insignias that would indicate a rival guild or anything like that. It's just this strange red tiefling. Are you
Sums
going,
me up pretty well.
Yeah, are you going straight down to the bottom of the inn? Because it is 2 floors.
I'd assume that I'd want to just get a room and maybe just explore the situation a bit. And I'm not going alone. Like, I need to ask him questions.
Yeah, no, he's going with you.
Yeah, he's like he'll like lead you downstairs as you've clearly not been here before.
Yeah.
All
right.
But
yeah,
yeah,
you walk
lead
downstairs. Cool. You walk downstairs. As you are walking downstairs, you walk up to the bar, and with the front desk with the keys and everything else, it looks like it doubles as the bar. Like, this is where you would come in, get your drinks and anything else, and then pay for your room for the evening. There, sitting at the bar, at the edge of the bar, on the bar counter, is a small, beautifully dressed pixie.
Oh, she's so pretty.
She is 6 inches. She has purple and blue wings that spread out behind her. At her hip is a sewing needle sword.
I want to be a pixie.
She's dressed in
Victoria's
purple
great.
and whites, and she looks up at you and squints a little. Ezekiel, I didn't take you for one to bring in women.
Listen, hey. First of all, ow. Second of all, not like that. I did do that though.
But not like
Not like that though.
But not like
No.
that.
You are impossible.
This is great.
sometimes. I accidentally teleported her into your inn. I would like to buy a room, please, for this one. Also, like a drink.
You know you
Sorry,
can just
Talus.
You know you can
Talus.
just talk to women, right? Like, you
Yes.
don't have to teleport them to you.
That's not. Victoria, please, a room and a drink for Talus.
And she
Please.
stands up. She says, "Hi, I'm Victoria." As she sits. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. We got a hydrate check.
Oh, okay.
Can I shake her hand with my finger?
Yeah. Yeah, she'll shake it. This is not something you've seen before.
No.
Pixies are not common. She kind of stands up and she gestures off to one side where you can see a human like maid that's starting to pour your drink. As she cannot do it herself, or she won't. You're not quite sure. As she starts giving you a key and picks it up and flies over to you and drops it in your hand. Looks to Ezekiel. I'll be putting that on your tab then.
Yeah. Yes. I'm paying for it.
Okay.
My mistake.
I'm sorry. What are you?
Oh, I'm a Pixie. Nice to meet you.
This is the weirdest fever dream.
You're so small.
That's rude.
Well, is she not?
She's a pixie.
Pixie.
Yes, a
Okay.
pixie.
I've never seen your likeness
That's okay.
before.
We're not very common around here.
I see. Would I know that pixies are like from the Fae? Or like I've probably heard of what pixies look like, right? Like
Do you want to roll me a history check to see if you know?
Yes.
Okay.
oh.
And if it's low enough, I will let you put it in the form of a
12.
question to Ezekiel of, aren't they from the Fae? Like, I will let you put it in the form of a question if you don't. You said you got a 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can recall that they at least are not from this plane. You're like, that's weird. That's uncommon.
Aren't you afraid of being in danger for exposing yourself here?
No, not here. Not at all.
Are in danger of hurt.
Ezekiel.
What?
Just you.
You know what? You're right, but still.
I'm still
Okay.
kind of over how she just assumed that the whole situation is a booty call gone wrong.
Even though the thing
He's
is,
summoning women now to like, you
the
know.
thing is though,
Are you that lonely?
the thing is though, these two know each other, and she knows that isn't the case. She's just
Correct.
being a dick.
Yeah, she is.
Summoning the women.
100% love it.
My scrolls bring all the girls.
Can I make that canon?
was
Coraline
perfect.
actually says.
Yes.
I would say that.
What are you talking about? That's a hit song in the Kingdom of
Then
Azmar.
for sure.
Of
My scrolls
Ishgrim.
bring
The
all the
Mark
girls
singing it to us the other
my
night.
room.
That's just a hit song here.
I am old. I don't know these things.
While this is all happening, while Ezekiel's and Talis are having to deal with Victoria and the awkwardness that this is, our girls are back. The rest of the party is back in Azmar, fighting Quill, getting fireballs thrown at their faces, wondering where in the world Talis is gone.
Riding on a horse and like smoke, like, oh my god, this is fucking hell. Cut to. So you're from the Feywild? Really?
Ah.
So
Okay.
you're able to get your
Um,
drink.
Yes, I will ask Ezekiel, since I am in this unusual place
Mhm.
and he's the reason why I'm here, if he'd like to join me for dinner and we can discuss further what the hell is going on.
Yeah, it's just fair enough. I didn't have any other plans. Well, I mean, I did, but I don't have any. I don't have any plans now. My plans have been cleared for the evening. Or
What were you trying to do?
doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it over dinner. That's fine. I will also pay for that. Inconvenience. I apologize.
Okay. Okay. So, can we have this discussion?
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Oh.
if there's anything else you want to do beforehand.
I'll ask if there's. Sorry, I just saw this.
I hate it.
It's the worst thing to ever be typed.
Anyways,
Ah.
He's just being considerate. Jeez, guys.
Hey, most
Wouldn't
of the
you
time
want
they're
someone
trying to
to-
be considerate.
Wow. Wouldn't you want someone to pay for everything if they magically teleported you halfway across the country?
it's fine.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's the common deal.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
move.
there's a
All
reason
right,
why there's
so
a
tell
song
us, is
about
there
it.
anything else that you would like to do?
Yeah, is there anything of interest in town? Like, is there anything as whimsical as the inn?
So, are you stepping outside?
Yeah, I'll tell him like just give me like
the bakery.
an hour. I need to like clear my head.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Good time.
I'm still seeing stars.
Yeah.
Find a bakery.
Yeah, that tends to happen. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you step
Oh,
out.
I
you're
need
making
to-
you're making a joke. See you in an hour. Just goes back inside.
All right, so you step outside. You see the town or village, more like, of Dewdale. It is small. You are literally right off the forest of Candoria. There are trees that are bordering the town line. Everything is kind of quiet. You see that this is not a very touristy nor busy. However, as you're looking around, roll me a perception check.
I'm gonna try this one. 11. Not
Okay.
the best.
Not this, but that's okay. So as you look around, you can see there's maybe one or two shops, but most of this is residential. The entire village is mostly residential. Just as you're looking around, you don't see actually like mini shops.
Do I see any pastry shops?
No, you do not.
Okay. What are the two shops that are there?
So there is one that just looks like it's a very basic alchemist medical shop, and there's one that looks like an armory.
Decisions. I will go to the armory
Okay, perfect.
and see what might be there.
All right, you go into the armory. Inside is a halfling who looks to be like he is the blacksmith, and he looks up from what he is working on and looks up and goes, "Oh, I haven't seen you before. What can I do for you?"
Hi. What is your name, good sir?
Oh, well, it's David. Why do you ask? This is somebody who's very much not used to seeing like strangers, and so he's a little suspicious.
Just introducing myself. Hi, I'm Talus.
Oh.
Just thought if we're gonna do business by any chance, it'd be nice to
Oh.
introduce ourselves.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm just passing through town for the day,
Oh, uh-huh.
quite literally. And and was wondering, just looking around and seeing if you have anything of interest.
Oh,
I like light weapons a lot.
Are you looking for anything in particular? I can see what I can make you or find for you.
I don't think making is gonna work. I'm only here for a day. But I am interested in light weapons. Like I showed like my rapier a bit, and I said, I like my light weapons, and
Oh,
just
well, that looks very well made. He kind of looks around. He's like, well, I don't make many weapons per se. I have a couple daggers. I think I have a hand axe. I have a spear. Kind of thinks about it. He's like, I have a sickle.
Okay, so not much.
Not much.
Do you have lockpicks? Ask him for a friend.
Yeah, I have lockpicks. How many were you wanting?
As many as you have, maybe.
I
don't
like
know.
how everywhere you go, you just keep collecting more lockpicks. That is going to be your entire inventory at some point. It's just lockpicks.
Okay, that one treasure chest that cannot be opened and keeps on failing.
I mean, you're right.
Have you considered just opening it?
Shut up.
Maybe it's not locked.
All right, so he
True.
kind of goes and grabs a good handful of them, like this.
Yeah, that looks great. Are there any like adorned daggers that I see or anything like that? Like anything
You see one, but it doesn't look like they normally do a lot of work for weaponry. Like this is a very small village. You don't see a lot. However, you do see one kind of well-adorned dagger off to one side. It is interlaid with like blue crystals.
Ooh. Can I take a look at that dagger?
Oh, yes, of course. And he pulls it down. It is sitting in a wooden box with velvet interlaid as it's laying there. This looks like a piece that they are very proud of. And he holds it up, kind of beaming with pride. This one?
Oh, did you make this? It's very beautiful.
I did.
How much is it?
Oh, well, this one would be 15 gold pieces. I don't make weapons very often, so it's not very expensive just because, while I'm proud of it, I don't sell them very often.
Well, I would gladly take that off your hands since it is such a beautiful piece.
Oh, I
And I will very proudly carry it
Oh.
and show your smithing abilities.
Well,
Your craftsmanship.
okay. And he closes the box and latches the little latch on it and puts it on the counter. Kind of waits to be paid to slide it to you. Takes the payment, slides this very beautifully crafted wooden box to you. The box comes with it, so you're good.
Oh, thank you so much, David. This was a very nice shop.
Thank you.
I hope you get more customers.
That he'll kind of like smile and go back to work. He's a little more beaming than when you first entered the shop. That he just made it a
Aw.
very good sale. What else would you like to do? Anything else?
I guess the only thing I don't want to like take up too much time,
You're
but I would be interested in seeing if the alchemy shop has health potions and poison.
Okay, perfect. Do this. What kind of poison are you looking for?
Poison that I could put on my weapons.
Cool. Just poison to put on my weapons. It's fine.
That's not what I tell
Oh,
the
you know,
chef.
the regular kind, the
The
usual.
regular normal type. That's how.
It's not like
what
she's
I-
looking for a fireball in a jar. Like, come on.
God, I wonder who would do that to me.
Just some, off-brand poison. Nothing name brand.
Off-brand poison.
Off-brand poison
Off-brand poison.
works just as well as on-brand poison.
Does it?
Yeah, instead of the P, it's a Q, so it's a poison.
Wait.
I love that.
Incredible. Okay, so you walk in.
Poison's poison.
So you walk in, and it's into this alchemist shop, and there's a race that you see occasionally, but not often, as a drow is standing there. He is tall and slender with long blonde hair that is braided into braids across one side of his face. He looks up. Yes, what can I do for you?
Hi. I'm looking to procure either health potions or maybe poisons of sorts.
Oh, well, as a drow, I'm very well versed in poisons of type. Is there a particular type that
Poison.
you're looking for?
Yeah, I want poison. No.
Poison? I would like
Poison?
poison, please.
I'm just looking for superficial poison that you could apply on surfaces for protection, of course.
Well, of course. As a drow that is a male, for those of you who don't know, in the hierarchy that is drow, females are top. Males are very much looked down upon. So he would definitely understand the idea of having to protect yourself, however underhandedly so. So he kind of shrugs a little. He's like, I see. Yes, I think I have something that I could whip up for you real quick as he takes a step off to one side and starts mixing a potion together. This will be 50 gold. Is that going to be a problem? As he starts creating a vial.
How much is the vial going to be good for? Like, how many uses?
Oh,
do I
it'll be
get?
fine for quite a while.
Oh, yeah. That, well,
Are you going to try to haggle him, Talus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am going to try to haggle him.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what I can do here. I guess I'll do, persuasion.
Persuasion.
Same. Well, that seems a bit high, sir. What's your name?
Well, a bit high, you say. What price do you think would be more fair? As he just completely ignores the fact you asked for his name.
Oh, okay. Well, considering the fact that I'm just getting one vial, and I believe that the amount that it's going to serve me is not going to be worth the value, I would put it more at 38 gold pieces.
Ooh. Let's see. Roll me persuasion, and we'll see if you can persuade him into.
First roll of the night.
Ooh, we'll see.
17.
17. Yeah, he kind of shrugs a little. Well, seeing as I don't get many people who are in for this type of potion, I suppose I can take that. As he finishes up and puts a cork on, taps it down, and then turns to you. 38 gold pieces it is then.
Sounds good.
I'll
give it to him.
He'll take it and then hand you your vial. It is a decent sized vial for what it is. Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. All right. So,
can I ask him what the effects are exactly of this poison? I'm not just gonna buy it and
so
know
it
exactly.
is you can put it as a normal potion of poison, but I will allow you to be able to coat your weapons in it.
Nice.
Perfect. All right. And then, as you start noticing the sun has started moving a little bit, your hour's about up. Are you about to head back to the inn?
Yes.
So
I am hungry and very concerned for the day to be over so that I can get back. So I am
Perfect.
gonna head.
You head back to the inn. And as you head back to the inn, you noticed that the sign that is on the side of the inn is actually called Water Droplet. So the inn that Victoria owns is named Water Droplet, which is in Dewdale. So you take your dagger, your poison, you put them away, and enter into the eating area of Water Droplet, where Ezekiel is already sitting, ready, kind of sit and waiting. What is Ezekiel doing in this time? While he's sitting there waiting for Talus. Make sure you're not muted, Ben.
God, I
That would be
muted myself.
helpful.
Yeah, no, he's just sat at a table, kind of just got a coffee and is just kind of just sat, just waiting, and kind of looks up as Talus comes in, just gives a wave. Just...
Okay. Perfect. All right.
I'll walk over to him and I'll pat his shoulder, try to be extra friendly because I've noticed his uncomfort and I'm bored. So I'm just
All right.
play on that
Okay, perfect.
and pat him on the shoulder and like, hey, ready for dinner? And I'll sit down next to him.
Perfect. All right, so you come
Yeah.
in, you sit down. Victoria will come up and ask what you'd like, and we'll bring you your food. What questions do you want to ask while you're sitting here? Each other. Then after this, I will let's say that you've gotten a night's sleep, and we'll teleport you back to the rest of your party. So, whatever questions you'd like to ask Ezekiel and vice versa, I'll let you ask them now.
So, do you talk first? Do I talk first? How's this work?
I would like to know what you were trying to do that teleported me here.
Well,
Loaded question.
what? Yeah, exactly. What a loaded question. Honestly, try cheaping out on a spell if you must know. If you must know, scrolls of plane shift are very expensive. However, with magics that I use, kind of is very careful about what he's saying.
Are
magic
you
that
not? Are you not familiar with magic? Did you attempt,
Oh,
did you attempt to do
I am
something that
more
you
than
don't know
familiar
what
with
to
magic.
do?
Trust me. It's yeah, just I like to tamper with things and make them do things differently, because
You seemed to mention the Feywild when you first saw me.
what's the Feywild? No, you know what that is. Never mind. Yeah, I might have been trying to go there. I've been there before. It's not so bad.
Do you know
It's,
what went wrong? Do you know?
Well, you showed up here. No offense. But that wasn't the end goal. The end goal was supposed to be getting there. I mean, what went wrong was I used a scroll of teleportation to plane shift, is putting it simply.
You look like someone I know. Have you ever heard of a man named Lados?
Lados.
Yeah.
No. Who's that?
Acquaintance.
Okay.
Inside check.
So check. Our friend.
I'm not here.
I was going to say Coraline is not there. Coraline is too busy.
Who said that?
You know.
Sorry, I just had something in my throat.
Coraline is too busy dealing with death multiple times.
She's just getting trauma.
Yep.
Yeah.
You seem very well traveled.
Yeah, I've
You
been all
mind-
over.
Have you ever heard of the Loyal Steel?
Sorry, I'm checking my notes.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes.
What do and do I not know?
Do I? So I was double checking my notes.
Because I sent you the note regarding the town earlier, of the other town.
Mhm.
You are familiar. You do not know them personally,
Okay.
but you know the title.
Huh. I'm aware of the name.
Anything
Okay.
else besides the name? Do you know anything about its members or its history?
Not really. I kind of just heard the name in passing. Do you?
Same, bro.
You do know, Ben.
Same.
This is
Wait.
Ben. You do know that one town that I told you about. It is in your notes.
So many
Should-
towns in
should
my
be-
notes.
should be the
So
last
many.
town I sent you in our DMs.
Got it. Sorry, so many notes.
You're
I
fine.
apologize.
I know you have a lot. It's because I have a lot. So you have to have a lot.
So that's where. Sorry, I do know that, and that is connected to Loyal Steel.
You do know
Correct.
that, but you never met
Yes.
them personally, nor do you know anything else.
Well, I know that they're based in Tremendor. You know that? It's like a northern place.
Mentor. Huh, interesting. Yeah, it's actually a recent thing that I've discovered. I was in Kiven and I happened upon a statue of them, and then when I was in Azmar, I happened upon another statue of one of its members. So I'm
Oh.
just curious about it more than anything. But
Fair enough.
so
Curiosity
Tremender.
is something that I am used to. A little too much sometimes. Anyway,
And then I'll pull the napkin from my pocket and I'll show him the A thing, and I'll
Ooh.
say, "Have you seen this symbol?"
I've seen it now. What is it? I don't.
It's an A. Put it away.
I got that. What?
Oh, I was
I'm
just
guessing it's
testing you.
not
Don't-
just any A.
It's a test, but that's okay. You passed. Good job.
What? Oh. All right.
Ezekiel, I was like, do you have how many more questions do you have, and I'll see if Ezekiel has any.
Oh yeah, Ezekiel's questions. She's just letting you ask them first.
Yeah, I don't have any more really. I want to know if he can safely, like, are you going to be able to safely get us back tomorrow? I really left my party at a bad moment. And I tell him a little bit about my party and what situation we were in.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, that's, strange. Quill. Quill. Do I know Quill?
No, you do not know Quill. You are not aware of any magician or magic user by that name.
Huh. Interesting. I know a lot of magic users, and their name doesn't ring a bell.
He seemed fairly powerful.
Again, that is worrying.
He was
if I don't
fireballing my friends until you teleported me away.
At least you didn't get fireballed.
Alright, I'll let Ezekiel ask your questions, and then I will teleport you back to our lovely party.
So, Azmar, you went over it very, very quickly. So you were there trying to stop this Quill person?
Yes. We were on our way to kind of ask him some questions. See, we were at a library that got its defenses taken down. Back
in Azmar?
First in Kivin, and then we went over to Azmar, where Mia, she's lovely. You're gonna
Mia,
love her.
lovely person.
You're gonna love her.
She's great. I've met Mia many times. She's
really?
She's great. Yeah, lovely.
She was
couple.
She was so nice to try to help all of us, and she seemed to have really good connections.
She's good like that.
Yeah. Well, apparently her library defense system went down, and I'll pull out the orb, and I'll show him, and I'll say, actually, this is the cause of the problems. There's nothing left to it at the moment, but this was the defense system, and it went down, and it caused an attack inside of the library. And then from there on, we just kept on exploring and trying to figure out what was going on. We found an alchemist shop that had some problems with its product leaking. And we were on our way back to Kivin, but we decided to stop by and ask the previous alchemy shop owner, what had happened. I was personally quite curious about his husband, but I think the rest of the party was more looking for context.
Fair. This orb is quite something. Brings out one. May I?
Please.
I'm not gonna. Just gonna see what magic stuff it does. It's not gonna blow up or anything. I hope. I'm gonna cast detect magic on it with my wand.
Currently, there's no magic. It is an empty orb.
I was so scared for a hot second for you, man.
That's what,
26 points of psychic damage.
I was gonna say that's what happened. Didn't got crit on. So currently, Ezekiel, having known Mia and some of the other librarians in the
I'm familiar with people in us. Well, just a little bit, you know.
Yeah, just a little bit. You're aware that this is supposed to be a shield. It's basically a shield magic in a orb. You've seen them in some of the other libraries you've gone to. This has nothing in it. It is empty, which is something that is not something you've seen before.
Well, that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to have shield magic in it, but it has currently got nothing in it. I'm not detecting any magical residue from it whatsoever.
Yeah, we know. I know. And I'll take the orb and I'll put it away. So we're just kind of partying together at this point, and we haven't really figured out why the library that happened. Unfortunately, usually I'm pretty determined on trying to complete the quests that I'm given, but alas, this time was not
Sorry
very
for
fortunate.
taking you away from it. I'm sure your friends will be looking for you. They try to contact you at all?
Correct, which is great because I was about to bring it up. So,
Perfect timing.
I was going to say, so you do get a message from Cersei. Cersei, do you remember the message that you sent when you sent a message to Talus making sure that she was okay? Okay, so Cersei sent you a message basically asking if you were okay and where you were. And the message that you had responded with that you were fine, you were safe, and that you were coming back with a new friend. And left it at that, just so you're aware. So, yes, that has happened. We'll just say that, yes, you've sent that message. They do know that you're coming back tomorrow, and you do know that at least Cersei is safe and alive.
Okay. I'll let Ezekiel know. And I'll say, yeah, I'm sorry that this whole situation happened, but if you do come back with me, maybe you could help with your magic and try to figure out what happened with the library shields. I mean, we've been very stumped, so
Been a while since I've been back there. It'd be good to see Mia again.
Yeah.
I do want you to answer one question for me first, though. Why did you need poisons?
Excuse me?
When you went out, you were buying poisons.
No, I bought a dagger. What makes you think I bought poison?
Right, yeah. Cosmo, get up here.
Cool.
And
okay,
you probably feel down by your feet the movement of a creature as
Oh god.
Hopping up onto the seat next to me, you see at first what you think is a cat. It's a very weird looking cat because it has bright blue eyes, and its fur is a deep blue and kind of mixed with a mirage of purple. It looks kind of very space-esque, with a few constellations kind of flowing across it.
Space
And as it kind of comes
Does
up,
it have a Pop-Tart body?
it stretches a little bit, and as it stretches, you see two wings come out from the side of it as well. There's a Trissom.
Oh my god, are you a pact of the fiend?
Happy cat, happy cat, happy cat.
Everybody's got a cat.
Yeah. Sorry.
Pact of the chain?
Am I to assume this is a familiar? Yeah. I have come across these before.
This is Cosmo. Just gives him a rub down. Scratches
Were
his
you
head.
following me?
I wasn't doing anything. Cosmo followed you a little bit. I had to listen. All right. I had to make sure that I could trust you if I'm teleporting you back. I don't know what I'm teleporting myself back into. I do have to go with you for this to work. I think.
From the bar, Victoria is like, Ezekiel, stop spying on women, and keeps walking.
I will add on to that and say, there's better ways to get a woman's attention.
Well, I'm aware of that, but that's not what I was doing at all. I was making sure I could trust you, and that's why I'm asking you why you're buying poisons. You're not going to try and stab me whilst I sleep and poison me, right?
It is for defense, which you would know if you had listened in on the conversation.
Oh, I know. You listened in.
If you're going to spy, do it correctly.
Wow. All right.
Gosh, I love Alice.
I love Ava!
Listen. All right. You know what? Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Probably better way I could have done that. Could have just asked you. But it's in the past. Listen. I've dealt with a lot of shady people. So I just had to make sure. And you know what? You passed. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I think between the two people that are currently on this table, the shady one is across from me.
Oh, me. Right. Got it. Yeah. I mean, well, secretive is a word I prefer to use. But
Right. Well, I guess we should get a good night's sleep in preparation for tomorrow. I would hate to be teleported to some other random location as much as I do like this inn.
look, I'm sorry, okay? It wasn't meant to happen. I'm sorry for inconveniencing you. I'll get you back tomorrow, and then everything will be back to normal. And perhaps I can assist you guys in trying to find out what's happening with this shield spell not working.
In regards to the Fae, if I were to
Very
have a
on guard when you say
connection,
that.
if I were to have a connection with the Fae,
Kind of connection.
just a connection, some kind of
Kind of leans forward,
relation
seems
to it.
interested more than
Could that be why I was maybe it got crosswired?
Interesting. What kind of connection to the Feywild do you have?
It's okay. I'm really tired, and I'll just get up and go to
No,
my
no,
room.
really. I can.
Nope.
All right. I can help. Just calls after you. Just I can help you. I've been there.
I'm off. I'm gone.
All right, so
Alright.
I'm going to say that you both get a full night's rest. So, whatever spell slots, if you had any, I don't believe you used any, but just, there you go. So,
I have to roll my d4.
oh, so you have to roll.
Got a 2.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So the next morning, you wake up. Ezekiel, are you just grabbing another scroll and trying the same magic, or did we decide how that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Okay,
probably
So yeah, in the morning,
grab another one.
able to get your drinks for breakfast, able to eat breakfast real quick, and then you are teleported back. You stand there, Ezekiel. You kind of look like they're like, don't move. You stand there, and you kind of cast this mist back around. You're trying to
Azmar, I haven't
duplicate.
been there in a while. It'd be nice to go back.
Yeah,
Nice little.
trying to duplicate what you accidentally did the first time. As
Well, he knows teleportation. What he was
Yeah.
trying to do was mess with it, and that's what messed things up. So he's just not messing with it this time.
correct. All right, so in an instant, the mist starts at both of your feet and comes up and covers your heads. And Talos, you get that feeling that you had the first time you were teleported, of this floating feeling like you are just out in space with stars and constellations in your vision. And then as you suddenly are teleported back to Azmar, you see off to the side your party members. And off to the side, as they're standing there, you see them standing above a freshly dug plot with flowers over it and a makeshift headstone. Off to one side, you see something covered under a blanket or cloth. You can't quite tell what it is. Everyone looks sorrowful. As you are walking up with Ezekiel, what would you like to do?
Scritches just turns over to the group and like hisses at the people approaching, like.
Talus?
Before the party stands Talus with a strange red tiefling with these purple eyes that almost look like they're glowing, that you've never seen before.
Raven draws her weapon.
Same.
Points it at the tiefling.
He's not even looking at you. He's just looking at this burning town in front of him. Just like,
Talus
No.
was
Actually, I'm
also
pretty
And who might you be?
Talus was,
Coraline gets up from the ground.
Aren't you still in shell shock?
Talus was also unaware that Azmar was on fire. So as you are walking up, there's your party standing there with a freshly dug plot with these roses, a headstone, you assume, and looking off to one side, you see Azmar as it's just continuing to burn to the ground. At this point, there's no saving anything in that town. The buildings are crumbling in on themselves. The wood is burning. There are sparks and embers. And you just hear the crackling of basically a large campfire.
Oh.
I'm also in shock, but I will notice Raven drawing her axe and coming towards us.
Rapier.
Oh, sorry, rapier. Sorry. And I'll say, whoa. It's okay. He's with me.
This
You
your
feel
friend?
a slight cuddling at your ankles, Talus, as Scritches is slowly making little things.
Oh, I pick up Scritches and I give him Scritches.
Oh,
I'll
this is
look
a friend-
around and I'll say, where are we?
This was Azmar.
Yeah, this is
What?
right. This is Azmar.
It's been a
This
long 24
was-
hours.
No. Ezekiel, what did you do? This is not the right place.
I walk up
I
to Talus and
Swear, this is the right place. This is
I
I
walk up to Talus
I
and
wish this was different.
put a big old paw on her shoulder. I'm sorry, dear friend, but you came after a terrible happenstance.
Is everyone okay? Has the town been cleared? Where is what's his name?
What's Mia?
Mia is no
Make it.
longer with us. We let Quill go. It was a mistake from all of us.
We
This was the doing of Quill.
Oh.
were distracted.
No.
and
That
complacent. And he took his anger out on the whole town, and when we came back, this is what we found. Unfortunately, Moya was a casualty.
Mia. Her name is Mia.
who got out?
If you haven't noticed, I have an accent, okay?
Who managed to
Sounds
get
like an
out?
outright.
You?
Alchemist
Alice? Demir?
The alchemist got out.
Quill.
Phil did not
Right.
make it out, thankfully.
Oh,
No.
Irden.
Point.
Iridan. Okay, Iridan made it out. Okay. Well, anyone else?
We
Anyone?
don't know.
There's footprints and stuff. People ran. We don't know. No one in that town anymore is alive. Everyone else, if they lived,
Did
they're
all
gone.
this?
Quill
Yep.
did all of this. The only people that
Why?
are the same are here, standing in front of you.
Where is this Quill? Ezekiel looked angry.
You just see Raven's head turn towards the blanket.
Oh no, I'm holding it. It's now attached
Oh.
to me. I just pull it up and like, if you want to talk with him, you can wait a bit. I think Cersei here wants to talk with him as well.
You know that? You know the saying, "Dead men tell no tales." That's not necessarily true. Now, do they tell you lies? That is a whole different matter.
Okay, this is a lot to process.
Raid!
That's not what I was
Welcome
expecting.
in the
when I-
DM
Hey.
lair. Hey guys.
Hey, DM lair.
Hey guys. Good to see you as always. You guys have joined in at our guest for our very first guest. Joining us for today as himself and Talus have just come to Azmar and discovered that it's burned overnight by the other party members, letting the wizard, sorcerer, or something, Quill, free, and he went and burned the town. And now we're having to deal with the repercussions of this action. So welcome in. You guys have joined at a lovely time of them just discovering that one of their mutual friends has passed on. So
Scritches is moved from Talus's arms, is like jumped down and is slowly circling Ezekiel's pet.
Cosmo?
Yeah,
Cosmo?
Cosmo's also just like looking at Scritches, a little confused. I think the two of them are just trying to work out what is happening.
I
there.
like to think that, like, have you ever seen cats like paw at each other and like box at each other at the same time?
Giving each other high fives. Everything's burning, but yeah, cat high fives.
Yeah, exactly. Because yeah, both blue-eyed cats that are just like glowing eyes. It's great.
Oh, we got inspiration.
And hydration.
Oh yeah.
thank you
Oh.
guys. So as you're standing here, Rutherford, you have Quill's head. you hold it to Ezekiel.
It's in my cloak, but
Right,
it.
you hold it to Ezekiel. Ezekiel's just been told that Mia and whoever else may be dead. You don't know where anyone other than Mia is,
Yeah.
other than seeing footprints leaving the now burning town of Azmar.
Also, you didn't answer my question. Who might you be?
Sorry, I was a little distracted by just thumbs to the burning town. Sorry, I'm
It's understandable.
Ezekiel. Pleasure to meet all of you, and I guess you're Talus's friends.
Aye. That's us.
I'm assuming he kind of knows who they are based on the descriptions I've given of them, because I did talk about them.
Did you
quite a
give
bit.
me their names?
Yeah, I did. I told you their names and
Okay.
I described them and I gave you a little bit of like insight on their personalities and how
Oh, okay.
Talus would never admit this to like the rest of the party, but she did say Ezekiel at some point that they're not half bad as traveling partners.
Well,
No, he'll still ask you like, and
we'll have to prove that.
you guys are.
Thirsty.
My name is Laudifer. Oh, that was a lag. Sorry.
Sorry, go for it.
Go ahead, Cersei.
Cersei. Pleasure.
Good to meet you, Cersei. Ganassi, if I'm not mistaken.
You know that word too. Funny how other people seem to know.
Wait, Beck, you don't.
You're a water genasi. How many times do I have to tell you?
You tell me the name, but you never told me what that means. But that's a whole other matter.
What
Fire is my
okay.
least favorite thing right now, as you can probably imagine.
Yeah, kind of my least favorite thing as well right now. Not great circumstances.
I am
but
I am
so-
Laudifer.
No. Like the Ralpha. Wait a minute. Yeah, I know that voice.
Do I know
What?
this person?
No, you do not, but he knows you.
No, you don't recognize this person.
You went to
Have I talked with you before? Adventured? Maybe
no,
in passing.
no, but I've definitely heard of you. You went to the academy, probably how many years ago would it have been now? 20 years ago, before my time.
Long before that.
Was it? I swear it's wasn't it? I think you told me it was 20 years ago.
Either way, you do. He does recognize you. You
Yes.
just don't recognize him.
Interesting. Do they talk about me at the academy?
Oh yeah. It's not often they get a Wolfgang coming through, so yeah, people tell stories.
There are
So-
few.
Good to meet you.
Interesting. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. I apologize for the circumstances which we are meeting. I wish we could meet on better terms, but I'll ask you questions later about how you know about me. But, and this is the rest of our party,
Yeah.
and I'll point to the other two.
Coraline, go ahead.
That's an interesting cat you've got
Trissom.
there. Trissom.
Yes.
What kind of a fae, celestial, fiend?
It's Faye, right? Maybe? I'm trying to remember. I believe
When we discussed it, yes.
Faye.
You are correct.
Yes. Yeah, it's being connected to Faye, yeah.
Coraline
know
will
that.
bend
That's cool.
down onto her knees and say in Sylvan to the cat, "Hello, my dear child."
I'm trying to work. Oh, hold on.
Do you know?
Cosmo just turns and looks at you and just cocks his head, just looks at you a little weird.
Sylvan is fae, by the way, if you're wondering.
Speak.
Okay.
Cat. Interesting.
You speak cat. Interesting. Cool.
So, did you also?
That I also what?
I only knows that because this is Scritches, and my cat will onto my shoulder.
Oh,
Same kind.
oh, Interesting. Oh.
Your
That's,
eyes are beautiful. What are they?
Their eyes. But thank you.
Are they naturally like that?
Yeah. So the eyes I was born with.
Mm.
Is
Are you also
Raven-
born with these and these and that? And she'll point to your
That's-
tail.
That's like. Kind of just looks around to the rest of them. Is like, that's kind of offensive. Yes, I'm a tiefling.
Hi,
Something I forgot to point out.
Oh.
Something I forgot to point out before that you would notice now looking at him up close. Of the two larger horns that he has, one of them is slightly shorter, as it seems part of it has been broken off.
Is Raven still holding her rapier at this point?
Yep.
Okay, great.
She hasn't put it down.
So Ezekiel, as Coraline is literally bombarding you
just-
with questions.
I
you look
haven't
over to
introduced my
Raven.
name, by the way. It's
No,
just
you
been only
haven't.
question.
No, you haven't.
You have lovely eyes. Thank you. What's your name?
Oh, Coraline. And
Ah.
yours again? Ezekiel?
Ezekiel. Yes, that's me.
As Ezekiel looks over after being bombarded with these questions to Raven, who is still out holding a rapier.
Yeah. Just like, right, so we've got Talos, we've got Cersei, we've got Ralpha, we've got Caroline, and we have okay, that's not a hand.
You're not going to be
Okay.
stealing Talus away again?
No, that was an accident. My bad. Didn't mean to do that. Nothing malicious. Promise.
What type of spellcaster are you?
I'm a sorcerer.
Wow, that's very wow.
Oh, he doesn't think anything of it when she asked him that. So, I'm a sorcerer.
No, that's Din. That's Din being like, wow.
Oh, so one of those naturally blessed. Got it. At this, where the rapier goes away. She doesn't hold it in her hand, but she goes,
Oh.
so honest mistake? Really?
Yes. I tried to do a thing. Teleportation scroll. Tried to make it do something it wasn't supposed to do. Teleported your friend to me. Working that one out?
Do you have any more of those scrolls?
No,
Does
I used my
Raven know-
last one to get here, I'm afraid.
Doesn't Raven know what wild
I'm
magic
walking
is?
back.
Yeah, actually, I think Raven would know what wild magic is. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Knowing
Okay.
your backstory and who your parents are, yes, you would know.
Also, did
You
you just
probably
get rid of the sword just in front of me? Or did
Oh,
you
No,
stow
it's
it?
sheath.
Oh, okay.
I sheathed it,
Alright.
yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah. Hey, it's not that type of magical weapon. No, she sheaths it and goes, so wild magic then?
I guess of a sort. I've always decided, well, people try to say, people who think they know stuff about magic try to say, oh, you can't break the laws of magic. It works in mysterious ways. I do what I want. Look, I've learned that you can take magic and you can make it do kind of whatever you want it to do if you know what you're doing. I thought I knew
Got
what I was doing and then accidentally teleported your friend. Sometimes it goes wrong. So yeah, I guess a form of wild magic. A controlled wild magic.
Raven nods and goes, and you've been to Azmar before?
Yes. Kind of looks down at the grave. It's like, I knew the people here well.
Sorry
Might
for
be
your
of help.
loss.
Hmm.
Do you need a moment? Pointing to our makeshift grave.
That would be kind if you would allow me a moment.
Raven steps back and kind of gestures for him to go
Yeah.
forward.
I'm gonna turn to
As-
Talus while you're doing that.
Sure.
Mhm.
Are you guys stepping off to one side since now this is kind of giving him a moment? Are you as a party stepping off to one side?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna sort of gesture Talus to like.
Okay. Yeah, you step off to one side. I'll let the girls go first, and then Ezekiel, I'll let you
Mhm.
say what you need to. So girls,
Talus, where did you get swept off to?
You're muted.
oh, that's it. You're muted, lovely.
Whoops.
Whoopsies. I actually was swept away to a place called Dewdale. It was a very charming town.
Brad, map.
Do I know where this is and have I been there? And I also pull out the map.
Okay, so you pull out the map.
I'm glad you're okay. And Coraline will come up and give you a hug. And she gives you a smile, but something that you don't see is that it doesn't reach her eyes. It's just a teeth. There's no joy in the eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, she's dealing with a lot right now.
No joy, only pain.
No joy, only pain. D&D.
I'll tap her in the head while she hugs me.
Oh.
But very awkwardly. Like, I'm not used to physical
Yeah.
affections. Just like,
So you're really
I missed you too.
Seeing that she'll instead have scritches come over. Rub against your leg again.
So transition to the map. There we go. All right, so you pull out your map. You can see that Dewdale is closer up to Candoria and Ekans and past Kibben. So Kibben being a half a day's travel, you can assume that Dewdale is a few days travel. Rutherford, you're not familiar with this town. It is a village. It's very sparse in population. Like, there's not a lot of people here. You may have heard of it in passing, maybe at Ekand, or just somebody saying they were on their way there, but you don't think you've been
backstory-wise, is it that village, or is this a
No.
completely different?
This is a completely different village.
I'll say
Backstory-wise.
You wish.
I ended up being stuck there for 24 hours. It was mostly a residential place. Curious though, the innkeep was a pixie. Coraline, you would have loved it.
Do I know what a pixie is? I do.
Yeah, from your
Oh my God.
from your backstory of reading and your knowledge of things you've been taught.
Just loving fantasy.
You're aware.
Backstory.
You're aware that what a pixie is. You've read about it.
You see a slight spark of like happiness, and then it's just
Aw.
immediately extinguished.
You just have
Aw.
not
But she's
seen
like,
it personally.
I would love to say it one day.
Maybe one day. Yeah, I don't know this tiefling too well, but I think he is trustworthy enough, and he has agreed to help us try to figure out what's wrong with the library. He seemed to be very close to Mia, and I'll like look over at him.
We were thinking of trying to track down the Luxodon. Easiest one to track with tracks, apparently.
Yeah, we saw his tracks heading kind of towards Quest, actually. Surprisingly.
Sadly though, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 horses with us right now. I didn't think we grabbed any 2 for people.
We can double up. It'll be fine.
Well,
As
Ronald
much,
Farrow did his own.
as I would love that, I don't think anyone will be able to fit on my horse. I apologize.
Rad, the
No.
rest of us are small. We're fine.
I'm aware of that. I'm just letting you know.
Raven's being very practical right now.
There's a
Is
lot of answers
is
that
there a
we-
reason why we're looking for him?
He had the biggest tracks that we could make out in town, and no one was here when we got here, but points to the head in the bag. But Quill. So he's our best chance of finding out how many people survived,
what
what's
happened
going to happen.
exactly. Because
Wait,
His shop
you know,
was
you
also
have a
the
napkin
biggest shop
with a
of
thing on it.
out of characters right now. Ava, did you tell us about the A? Right? You told us
Mhm.
about the A?
Yeah, I showed you guys the egg.
Yes.
Coraline will look over to you. He drew a giant A on a wall. I think like the one that you've described to us before. I would show it to you, but
I'll pull up my napkin and I'll say, "This A."
Is this your card?
underneath it?
I like your words, Magic Man. Sorry.
Neat combination. It's okay.
Who drew the A?
Quiddle did. And
Oh.
with Mia.
Oh.
Well, we're not 100% sure. We think Quill but we can't ask him because he's.
Oh no, I think I'll be able to ask. Or Cersei. I don't know how that one works, but we can ask.
I've never tried before.
Um,
I tend to talk to them too often.
are we gonna do that now or?
Can't. And even if we do, I don't think he'd want to talk to us because he didn't want to talk to us when he was alive. Let alone after what happened to him.
There's a little bit more of a difference though when they're dead. There's more of a persuasive technique that usually happens with necromantic magic. If you're curious.
I'm going to take a guess and say that you know something on that subject.
Am I hearing any of this?
On
You're hearing bits
necromancy.
and pieces as you stand there. You're kind of lost in thought, thinking about what you're about to put yourself through talking to Mia. But you kind of hear bits and pieces of them like, wait, what? Like talking to the dead and everything. You're like, what?
Just as a quick aside, this entire time since they started burying Maya, tears have been like constantly flowing from Cersei's face. Like, she'll be talking to you normally, but just tears are constantly flowing down.
So it's like Blue
Forgot to
Diamond.
mention that.
It's like Blue Diamond from Steven Universe. Just
Yeah, kind of
tears.
just like constantly.
All right.
My diamond.
So just to clarify, are you going to try speaking to this head now? Do you have the spell prepared?
It is not prepared, so it's not a today thing.
Okay.
That's why I was like, oh, let's take the head because then it's travel sized.
With that particular spell, you do have 10 days, so you do have time to prepare it.
I do.
So your plan of action, just to clarify, is that you are going to follow Irden, the Luxodon's footprints into the direction of Quest and head that direction, correct?
Yes.
Is this what you as a party have decided to do?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yep.
All right, I just want to make sure. Transitioning as you guys are now asking Coraline about necromancy and are being assumed of, apparently you know something about that, we will transition to Ezekiel. You are currently standing at the foot of where they've buried Mia. There are orange roses covering the grave, courtesy of Coraline. What would you like to say?
If you'd like to know what the roses are, or there's like one really distinct rose by the headstone that is orange with black thorns and black leaves that is slowly curling itself around the headstone, and then there's a bunch of wildflowers surrounding the bed,
And
the grave.
in your head, you picture Mia,
Mm-hmm.
this very sweet red kobold who you knew for years and years, having come to the library multiple times, and you haven't seen in quite a while.
Yeah.
What would you like to say?
He'll just kind of crouch down by the grave and put a hand on the headstone and just say, I'm sorry I couldn't be here, Mia. I was trying to do what we talked about. That rumor. I don't even know if it's true, but... Well... I'm sorry I was too late. I wish I could have done something. But... you can't be in two places at once. I'm sorry, friend. Hopefully you've found peace somewhere. And he'll just take a moment. Couple of years, for sure. Very upset to see his friend go. As the two had discussed multiple times about his dealings with the Feywild and all of that. So she was very aware of what he was up to.
She was.
Probably the one who knew the most about
Correct.
what he was up to. So
As you sit there, kneeling down, taking a few moments. Eventually, you wipe the tears from your eyes. You stand up, kind of taking a last longing look. Taking a breath, rolling your shoulders back, and turning to the party to see what they have decided. Where they have...
You see, as when they ask Coraline, do you know something about necromantic magic? She summons from the ground 2 skeletal hands that come from the ground. And I will use the cantrip Chill Touch as it comes up. They're like, yeah, I don't know a bit about something about that.
Do you use it on her grave?
No, it's on the ground beside me. We're away from you. I'm not that rude.
I just immediately stomped on one of them.
Okay, how about we ride?
Wait, do you try to touch it? Because you
No,
will
I
take
don't say that.
damage.
That was me saying that. Ezekiel hasn't said anything.
We've been talking this whole time, and out of the corner of his eye, these skeleton hands are coming out of the ground. Yes, he automatically goes to fucking stomp on it. Spider. Whap!
Oh no.
Do it. Roll damage. I don't care.
Fuck it.
Roll the
Fine.
damage.
So Ezekiel, having this beautiful moment with an old friend who has now passed away because of this party, turns
Just
to
all the
see...
shouting in the background.
Just turns around, wiping the tears from his eye, rolling his shoulders back, preparing himself to mentally take on the challenge of continuing on.
Yeah.
Only to see Coraline summon up these skeletal-looking hands and Rutherford trying to stomp on them.
Oh, what in the
You take 7 points of necrotic damage.
Cool.
Okay, honey, we know you went through some trauma, but seriously. Stop it!
It was my fault. You're not supposed to touch it. That's... What?
Ezekiel just
Coraline,
watches silently.
I am 6'7". Anything that is small, that is coming up out of the ground, I am on edge right now. We just had a battle with a man that kept throwing fireballs at me. Look at my fur. And you're
Gnomes
going-
must love you.
I'm not having this conversation with you. No. That was a neat party trick, little one, but ugh.
I'll look over at Ezekiel and I'll say, is it too late to teleport back?
I'm afraid. You say that as a joke, but he completely straight faced. It's like, I'm afraid I used my last scroll to get here.
Thank you for letting me
I'll
get
be
wine
walking
on my
back.
computer. That wasn't prepared for
All right,
that.
so you all have said that you double up on horses and ride towards quest. Who's doubling up with who? How are you?
No
wanting
one's
to do
told
that?
Ezekiel that.
Nobody's
yet.
told Ezekiel that.
so
Ezekiel's
as-
staying
Raven's
so
with-
gonna
as
look
you-
at it. Raven's
Oh,
gonna
by
look
the
at
way,
Ezekiel.
Ben.
How big is he? How big is Ezekiel?
Ben, Coraline doesn't have orange hair right now. She's dressed as a human person with white
Correct.
hair.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Coraline looks
Would I notice anything weird about that?
Nope.
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 All right. Cool.
Not unless you-
You've not seen Coraline before, and so to you, this is your first time seeing her. This is how she normally looks.
Fair enough. So she appears human, huh?
She appears human with white hair.
Appears human. We love that
Very-
phrase.
It's my favorite phrase.
Fire and
appears
brimstone,
human.
gold eyes.
She does have gold
Yeah.
eyes. Raven, did you want to say something? I thought I heard you.
Yeah, how big is Ezekiel?
How tall is Ezekiel, Ben?
He's like he's about 6 foot.
Okay, so he's not
Aha,
huge.
a man of culture.
You just had made him 6 foot. You couldn't make him 5'11". Huh?
Well, listen, I could have done, but I make all my characters 5'11".
Is it
so I
6
thought,
foot
you know
with
what?
the horns,
6
or
foot.
is it 6 foot without the horns?
6 foot with the horns? Sure.
Sure.
Oh, so he's so much tinier.
It's like 5'10".
All right.
How-
5'10".
Fine.
Wait,
Jeez.
6 foot with the horns?
Yeah, so 5'10".
Oh, I
Huh.
take back my statement.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
So
Drawing that line.
all right, so
Yes.
Ezekiel sits about 5'10",
Big
6 foot with the
moment.
horns. Who's telling him the plan?
Talus,
Just looks-
how well are you with horses?
Cersei will go and talk to him.
I've ridden horses before. Not very often, though.
Coraline, do you want to take Talus then?
Sure, you can ride. Aethon with me.
So
It makes
Cersei,
worse.
you're going to tell Ezekiel the plan?
Aye.
Okay. What are you
As
telling
you
Ezekiel?
approach him, he's just looking up. Are the horses in view right now?
There's 4.
Are they?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll just look over towards him and just go, whose horse is that?
No, you didn't.
Horse.
Ben.
All right.
I had
I'm very
to.
honored that Cersei's the one who gets to hear that.
Whose
So,
horse is that?
Cersei.
You guys
Whose horse
just get
is
it
that?
gift.
Cersei, you walk up to Ezekiel,
2 points of
who's
psychic damage. Thank you.
no. Cersei, you walk up to Ezekiel. I'll let you
Hi.
describe the plan, and then we will take our break.
So we do know where we are going to be following the footsteps of the Luxodon to hopefully get more answers.
Are you
As-
okay?
Well,
Just
I'm a little
still crying.
burnt. Oh,
You good?
as you seem to know about water gymnastics, we don't really run dry.
Right. So you
But
keep on crying.
I can't say that
Alright.
on stream. I can't say it on stream. Nope.
I will track you down and hurt you. Don't you dare.
All right. Go ahead, Cersei.
But that's the plan. Are you good at riding horses?
Am I good at what?
Horsemanship. Do you have any horsemanship?
Yeah, I've ridden horses before. Sure.
I'm not particularly good at it, so you can ride with me. Well, I'll ride with you then.
Okay. Sure.
Before they head over there, Cersei's gonna quickly turn to the grave of Mia, and she's going to just say, like just kind of put her hand on the gravestone real quick and just go, Mia, may you nourish the earth in your death as you nourished our hearts in your life. The earth will remember you, and you shall not be far from our minds. Just a little blessing. And then she's gonna go, ready? And then
That's really sweet. Yeah, she would have liked that.
I think a lot of people liked her.
Oh yeah, she's a very likable person.
Indeed. And let's hope that we can figure out a little bit more of what happened. Huh?
I hope so.
All right, so you head over to the horses after this exchange, and we will take our first break. So we will be back in 10 minutes, guys. Don't go anywhere. In the meantime, during the break, we're going to play one of our very favorite people's advertisements for one of their amazing companies called Arcane Wares.
Arcane Wares.
Arcane Wares.
Wow.
You know, made by a clerical error. They create D&D
I won one.
streetwear. They're really cool. It's very comfortable. Oh, we just love them. They have so many cool designs. We love them. So we being, loving them and enjoying their product and everything, are going to play Arcane Wares' ad in the middle here, and then we will be back in 10 minutes. So at 8:45, we will be back Central Time. We will be
Don't go
right
anywhere.
back.
Bye.
We are back. Yeah. Thank you, I Am Group, for subscribing with Prime. We do appreciate you, and we did see it. So I just want to let you know we appreciate you as a channel as well as just as a group. So thank you for that. I was about to say we did hit affiliate like what, a week, 2 weeks ago. So yeah, we appreciate that. We don't. Cool. All right, so beginning again. I had to make sure I had all my things for quest here. All right. So, where we left off, it had been decided that Ezekiel and Cersei are going to double up on a horse. Talus and Raven, are you two?
Coraline.
Talus is going with Coraline.
Okay, perfect. Our horse is here, and we are going to be heading towards quest. I will pull the map here. That way
Are we going
Talus,
all in one go?
I lead you directly to a giant black horse that is like it's Hella's horse.
Are we?
This is Aethon.
Given to give the news to Yachty?
Do you as a group, do you want to head to Kivin first and tell Yachty the news, or do you want to find Iridan first and then make your way back to Kivin?
Iridan first, get the full story.
Iridan first, and then Cersei has message.
Wow, you're not even gonna say it in person? Interesting.
Well, we don't know exactly the full story.
For you.
Interesting.
Just sending it over text.
That's like cool.
Great.
Hey, your best friend died.
Well, I feel like we should give Yai more of a full story of what actually happened.
Okay.
Yeah, within 25 words.
Closure.
Yeah, within 25 words. Yeah.
Okay, let's get on these horses. Come on.
All right. So you get on these horses. Let me pull up our map here of your directions.
Raven just looks around and goes, "I'm gonna pull up the back because I need as much help as I need with this horse." Looking at it, being like, her riding skills are still really rough.
How are your athletics, Ben?
Oh.
Athletics
My
and
Is it
Athletics?
athletics, or can I roll animal
My
handling?
athletics. Interesting.
Can I assist Raven? If she rides close enough to my horse, can I assist her with the animal handling check? Or athletics, whichever one it is.
We have to do an athletics check.
I'll either make you do athletics or animal handling. If you can.
Athletics.
I will
Animal
let you
handling
choose
might be
which-
better.
We
whichever
can't do
one's-
acrobatics.
Why would you do
Unless you're trick
I don't
riding.
know.
I was like, unless you're trick riding, which I don't think you are. But I
No.
will let you make the choice of if you are doing athletics or animal handling.
Here, Talus, how about you
Animal.
just assist me, and then I'll roll with advantage.
Perfect.
Animal handling.
Sounds
Because
great.
Yeah, can I
Coraline, she
assist
knows
Raven?
she's not the most athletic person, but she is well versed with riding horses, and she's always been able to, use her charismatic, soothing voice to handle with animals.
Charismatic. I
Uh-huh.
love the hair flip. Yeah, can I
Mhm.
assist Raven if she rides close enough with Rattlefur?
Yeah,
Yes, I will allow you to assist. So
beautiful.
But I'm rolling my own athletics, correct?
yes.
I'm gonna use
Well, here we
my new Bloodstone Wolf D20.
Yes.
Thank
Do
you,
it.
So I just rolled a natural 20
Let's go.
with advantage because of Talus. So I have a 21 because my animal handling is only a +1.
Still, that's quality. Good job. All right.
So Raven, I think me assisting gives you advantage, right?
Yes.
Do I get advantage? Oh, beautiful, because that first
I
roll
saw
was
that.
terrible. Okay, we're slightly better, but not much.
What'd you get?
I'm a dirty 20 on mine.
Dirty 20?
13 plus 7.
Raven?
9.
Cool. Ezekiel?
9.
All right, this is gonna be my first roll.
As Ezekiel. too.
Yay!
Here
Wait,
we go.
who's in front, who's in back?
Brent.
That's a 19 plus 2, 21.
Ezekiel is
That's-
good. Did you roll animal handling or athletics, Ben?
Animal handling.
Perfect. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Great. All right. So yeah, you guys rolled high enough. I'll let you have it. Where you
Wait, which horse is Ezekiel on?
Ezekiel is with Cersei.
Mm-hmm.
And who's running right and who's running back?
Front.
No,
with
I'm talking
Rad.
about on the horse
On
with
the
Cersei
horse.
and
Are
Carly
you
on the
asking if
horse
Ezekiel's
between the
arms
two.
are around Cersei? Is that what the question is?
Yeah, or vice versa. Cersei is holding Ezekiel in place like a little baby.
So.
I mean, I
I'll be
assume
your
if I'm
spell.
driving, I'd be at the front.
I would say, actually, if you are the one that is directing the horse, you sit in the back to hold the reins,
Mm-hmm.
and then the
Oh.
person who is passenger sits in the middle.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So-
I'm at the back
so
then.
cool.
They look adorable.
And they look
That's where we're
precious.
going.
Shout out to the ice cream sandwich for immediately coming in and asking who's on fire. Um,
Thanks, Kevin.
the answer is we'll find out on Monday.
Skin still
Um,
burns, so... No!
All right, so as you're writing, yeah, you guys' checks were perfect. So you have had a day to get familiar with these horses and everything, so you're easily able to travel. It'll take a little less time to get from Azmar to Quest than it did from Azmar to Kivin. Is there any conversations you want to have while writing? I can let you have them now. Cersei, Ezekiel knew exactly what you were before when the instant he saw you, so I don't know if you have any questions for him. I don't
He
know
has
if any-
questions for you.
I would say I will let you have the conversations if you would like.
So, Cersei, right? You said you didn't know the term Ganassi? Do you not?
Nope.
What do you think you are then? What if?
That's the funny thing. No one really knew. I was on a ship
Okay.
going up and down the coast, and just nobody, never met anybody like me, and no one I met knew anyone like me. So I really didn't have a concept. Well, I knew I wasn't a Triton. Well, I knew I wasn't a sea elf.
No, definitely not.
So just kind of, I'm Cersei, was kind of what I was. And then a few
Right.
days ago, Rattlefur mentioned Genasi. Apparently there's Fire Genasi too, which...
Mhm. And
so-
yeah, fire. If I remember correctly, there's fire, water, there's air. I think earth as well. There's a few different types of Ganassi. Pretty rare though.
Do you perchance know what a Genasi is? Like,
Do I, Ivy? I would assume so. That's up to you.
Yes, you do. And
I
you're
do.
also aware of what I told you earlier, that they are not common.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, Ganassi are kind of a mix of two different things. They're well, they can be a mix, but they're the offspring of genies. So that's yeah. Suppose that's news to you? You didn't know anything about that? No? Doesn't ring any bells?
no, that is interesting.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
And
It's a very
like I
short
said.
sentence, but that is a lot.
Yeah, I tend to do that to people. I'll say things that don't really make sense and then they kind of just stare at me dumbfounded. I do that. Yeah.
I don't doubt it. What was the last thing that you said that had someone dumbfounded like that?
Well, that. So,
Well, besides that one, obviously.
well, Rattlefoot seemed a little confused when I told him that I knew who he was. That
Yeah,
was
I didn't know he was famous.
Before that, it was probably when I mentioned the Feywild to Talus. It happens a lot.
Yeah, just on the whole Rattlefur thing. I didn't know he was famous. You said an academy?
Well, yeah, he oh well, yes. I'm trying to remember the name now. It's
That's
in
a
my
good
notes
question.
somewhere. Ivy, I'm trying to find it. What was the name, real quick?
Dammor's Mystical
have
Arts
it.
Academy.
So,
What?
Dammor's Mystical Arts Academy.
yes, that's the one.
Never heard of it. Where is it?
That's the one. That's the one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went there myself, and they tell a lot of stories. Yeah. I mean, it's not very often that a Wolfgang comes through, so people tell stories.
Understand them. Any particular stories that you feel like sharing? It's quite a long
That he
ride.
was
It seems.
interested in magic. That's kind of why people show up to mystical art academies for magic stuff.
Just the stuff and the things.
The stuff for things, magical things.
The bippity and the boppities and the booze.
Yeah.
I've never been to an academy, so I don't really know what goes on there too bad. But
Lot of books. Lot of people trying to read stuff. A lot of people trying to tell you how you're supposed to do things.
I'm uncomfortable.
like
you seem
that.
quite hung up on that.
Yeah.
with the
Well,
energy we created.
listen, all I'm saying is that a lot of people try and tell you how to do stuff, how you do magic. They try and do it differently, and they're like, oh no, you're breaking the laws of reality. Pfft. Stupid.
Stupid.
Anyway.
While this conversation is happening, Ezekiel just stupid. Is anybody else having any
Stupid
conversations
wizards.
while we're writing? Was there anything you wanted to ask each other with Ezekiel or not?
Raven's just going to continually ask Rad for riding advice the entire time.
All right, now there's a little bit of an uphill here. You want to lean forward with the horse, and then when we go downhill, you want to lean backwards a little bit. Just make sure that you're steady and keep your feet well into the stirrups.
You sure about this? Like, literally, this is way harder than I thought. I'd only ridden it in a stable. Jeez, people.
Yes, we're going off-road. Of course it's going to be more difficult.
Jeez. At least we're not going as fast as we did this morning.
I mean, I can if we want to. Yeah! A little bit faster.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Raven just squeaks a little bit.
And my tail's just like going crazy because I'm just having a time,
You're having the best time.
wind blowing in my face, tongue's kind of hanging out a little bit.
Having a good time, having a good time.
How is
Where's that music coming from?
How is Coraline doing?
She's quiet.
Okay.
I have scritches in my lap if I'm in the front.
Suspicious.
If I don't, if I'm leaning in the back, then I'll just, quiet.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to do?
Nope.
Okay.
Just riding.
Talus?
Unless Talus has something.
Say Talus?
Do I notice that she is?
Oh yeah. Coraline
Okay.
is not normally quiet. The absence of her bombarding questions is definitely apparent.
Coraline, are you okay? I'm assuming a lot happened and you're trying to process it all.
Oh, I'm not hurt or anything. But where were
No.
you? Like, okay, I heard you were in Donmar or Dudale.
Dudale. Mm-hmm.
Anything interesting there?
There was 2 shops, very quaint, nothing as fun as I think you'd like. Listen,
Anything cool in the shops? Like, particularly?
I did get this knife, and I'll show her the knife.
Okay. Pull out this wooden box that is beautifully crafted and made. You open it, and inside is the dagger that you purchased with crystals that are blue in color inlaid in the hilt.
It seems more for decoration than I think it would do well being covered in blood in battle.
Yep, sometimes weapons are just nice to look at. They don't always have to mean death. And I'll close
Is
the
it
box.
for somebody or is it for yourself?
No, just for myself. I haven't had a nice weapon like that in a long time, and sometimes it's just nice to feel like you have to carry it not for defense, like more for appearance.
Are you trying to impress somebody?
No.
Did you get too close to that guy over there?
You should try to get close to that guy. Actually, if you want to have some fun.
Oh no!
Oh no.
God damn it, guys. Come on.
You should ask him some questions. You know, he was very suspicious. He was saying a lot of stuff about the Fae and that he wanted to get stuff or go to the Feywild or something like that. You should ask some questions.
We redirect towards that group.
Hold up.
We trot up
Sweaty
the side.
questions.
Stop the
Sweaty
horns.
questions.
What a concept.
Ezekiel's ears start burning. He's like, oh no.
Oh no.
Uh,
She's coming.
You
I must
start
run.
to feel like a weird pressure in the back of your head, and you're all like, "Dude, what the fuck?" You turn around and
The
Coraline's
presence of
staring a hole
Coraline.
into the back of your head as like she starts coming
That
up.
happens.
so are you riding up next to Ezekiel?
I'm
and
riding up
Cersei?
to them.
Okay, yeah. You ride up to next to Ezekiel and Cersei, who are having this conversation.
I'm
It's,
like
stupid.
trying to hold my laughter. Like Talis is trying to hold her laughter, and she just goes up to them and she's like, "Hey, remember how I mentioned Coraline?"
Yes.
So you're interested in the Feywild?
So looks
Any
at Talis
particular
like,
reason why?
That's a very direct question. I could ask you the same thing.
Well, I mean, you do have a familiar that's from the Feywild. Do you know any more or anything more about it than that?
So do you. Touche. Well, I mean, I've been there a few times. I say a few times, a lot of times.
You've actually been to the Feywild.
Yeah. What?
Do you know
have
any
you?
Fey personally?
Yeah. I mean, I've met a few. Fae people. They're interesting beings. Yeah. Yeah. Strange. Their customs are a little different. Yeah. I accidentally trespassed on someone's land at one point, and they were like, "You must make a deal with me." And I was like, I don't know about that. And I had to do some really weird thing. You think when some demon is just being like, "Oh yeah, you should make a deal with me," it's some creepy weird thing. But he just asked me to. What was it again? It was like flood someone's toilet or something like that. He didn't seem amused. He was very serious about it. It was weird. That was it. I don't know why. He just teleported me back. Weird.
And you're trying to go back there?
Yeah. Oh, that was one time. Come on. You learn where people's backyards are eventually. Shouldn't
So
bother
you
me.
used to be a warlock with a Fey patron.
A what?
Is that not what you just said? That you had a deal with a Fey?
People make deals all the time. Yeah, it was random. It was like some random farmer. And he asked me to flood someone's toilet in the material plane. What did you say? War who?
Do you not know what a warlock is?
Ah, yes, I do know what that is. How do you know what that is? Those are kind of rare.
Are they?
Hey, inside check about
Rare
your
news.
story.
Warlocks are kind of rare, yeah. Yeah.
Do I overhear any of this?
Okay.
Cersei's literally in the middle of this, like,
Time.
You say
Sorry.
to a party that has two warlocks.
Everything I do is not in character. I apologize.
I was about to say. So hold on. Talis, you're standing there. You want to insight check.
Yes.
You may insight check.
Cersei's just sitting on this horse like, what the actual conversation?
18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, do you want to roll against? You want to roll?
Wait, what am I rolling against? I'm telling the truth.
Okay. I just was making sure that if you were trying to be sneaky about
Yeah. A Fey farmer.
Mhm.
I stepped onto his lawn,
You are
and he
correct,
asked me
but
to
I
flood
believe
someone's
she was
toilet in the
more
material
asking-
plane, and I did that.
I believe she was more trying to insight check your not knowing warlocks.
Oh no, I do know what warlocks are.
Yes.
I was making sure that was what she had said.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, tell us to be aware that you 100% know what warlocks are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's not trying to hide that.
Okay. Anything else?
Cersei's rolling something.
Are you
Ignore
also rolling insight?
No, I was making a tower and it fell.
Oh, okay.
It was 13 dice tall, and then it
Oh.
fell.
You know what? Impressive.
Wow,
Alright,
new record.
anything else that you'd like to ask Ezekiel?
Now I'm gonna make a
Oh,
tower.
we're still chatting.
You're still
Don't
chatting,
worry.
yes.
I'm not done.
You're not
20
free yet. Come
questions,
back
20.
here.
You thought this was over? Hell no.
Are we still on? Are we still on horseback while saying?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we're still riding.
You're still riding.
Yeah.
Raven is
Cross-
still asking you questions about riding
Yep.
at this point.
In between the questions that Raven is asking me, Rattlefur's just gonna be singing some like Nordic tunes, just sort of humming to himself
Okay.
while writing.
All right. So
Yo,
besides besides Ezekiel and Coraline, is there any questions you are wanting to ask each other? Anything you wanted? I know a lot of you have notes because you're note takers. Is there any other questions you wanted to ask each other that you can ask and not metagame?
Oh darn.
Oh darn. Okay. If not,
Oh darn.
Coraline, I'll let you go ahead. If not,
Where was I? Ah. So, warlocks are rare in the magic world.
I mean, yeah, it's a very interesting way of possessing magical capabilities. How do you know about warlocks?
Well, how did you get your magical capabilities?
I was born with it, and then I perfected it, and then I made it better than perfect.
You seem awfully sure of yourself.
Well,
That's
well
Awfully
when
strange, considering that the story you just told us is that your teleportation thing messed up. But you know,
That
it's
was
perfect
one
in your
time.
rooms.
that was one time. All right, listen. Normally it goes well. Messing with magic is interesting. I say I perfected it and then made it better. I perfected it and then I made it. I took it to like a different level. It's not really supposed to be messed with, but I was like, I'll mess with it anyway. But it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right.
mean,
well, next time
think-
that
think
you
about
don't,
this.
make up perfect spells, can you try not to drag my friend right here with you?
Yes, I will try and do that. Listen, Caroline. This is the thing with magic, right? People say,
Yes,
"Let's
please
do the
educate
spells."
me.
All right, okay, rude. Okay, if you don't want me to say anything, I'll just.
Oh my god.
The sass.
All right.
I love how
Jesus.
two
And anyways,
of this party
sorry.
have already been hella sassy to Ezekiel.
You did steal my party members, so
That was a mistake. I'm sorry.
you did also say you perfected magic. So
Listen.
she will go for you. Anyways, is this what you learned at the academy that you mentioned earlier?
Well, the academy taught me a few things. I learned a bit of wizard magic there. So I got this guy. Yeah, just Cosmo just kind of pops up on his shoulder and just looks over at you. But outside of that, I didn't learn too much. The professors weren't too fond of me messing with magic and using certain spell scrolls that don't perform spells to do. Honestly, I think they were kind of jealous of the fact that I was able to make a teleportation scroll do plane shift.
Yeah.
Wait,
Still meant-
where is this academy? I would love to attend it at some time. Do they have scrolls there often?
It's in Damore.
Yes.
More.
Dan,
Do
have
I
here-
hear any of this?
Yeah, what's
with
your
my-
hold on, what's your
with my-
let's see if you do. Hold on.
Do I hear any of this?
It's just like,
I'm gonna make you roll for it because your passive perception is only 12, so roll for me.
I just dropped a metal D4. Oh God.
Oh.
Oof.
Find it. Find it.
We'll find that later. We'll burn that bridge when we
Step on it.
Just
am I
found the comment, quit mansplaining magic.
Okay.
Wow. That wasn't what he was trying to do.
So, what did you roll?
What am I rolling for?
Perception.
Fuck. Okay.
Got
Come
this.
on, Bloodstone. Oh, okay. That's a nat 18.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay. So yeah, you
plus two.
your ears as you're enjoying this ride and giving
You-
Raven tips on horseback riding.
She stopped when he started singing. She realized
Yeah.
that he didn't
Okay.
want to talk.
All right. So yeah, it's kind of quieted down between conversation between you two. Thank you, Sweet Tea Games, for the hydrate. Thanks, Thomas.
I found it.
Yes, as you are writing, you're kind of humming to yourself. Your ears kind of pick up at the mention of Demore, and then you hear the mention of spells. And so yeah, you kind of start listening a little more, and you can hear the
Mostly
conversation.
for the mixing of spells and whatnot. That's what I
Okay,
want.
yeah, you can hear it as they're having this conversation. Coraline and Ezekiel just kind of.
I have questions for you, Ezekiel.
Oh
Poor
no,
Ezekiel.
everyone has questions for me.
Oh, we gotta stretch.
Everyone
We gotta
everyone
stretch.
has questions for me, and then everyone wants to bully me. That's what I'm here for.
Bully
Thank you for the
I'm
stretch.
just gonna question you.
I haven't bullied you yet.
All right. So, are you writing up beside them as they're having this conversation, or are you thinking like, I'll ask him later?
Oh, I'm asking later. I want a one-on-one conversation
Okay.
with a
All right.
thing of me
so,
and
Coraline, do you have any questions now? This is not the only time that Ben will be on stream. He will be on next game as well. So
I know, I want to abuse poor Ben right now. But there's a lot. There's a lot going through my mind and also Coraline's
Okay.
now.
yeah,
Also his as well,
You
with
need
all the
to
questions
stretch.
you're asking. He has questions for
Well,
you.
thank you so much for your information about the Feywild and also the Academy.
You never
Trot
answered
away a
my,
little bit.
you never answered my question about what.
Yeah, that's the thing with her. She doesn't like to answer questions, but she can sure ask them.
Well, it's kind of a two-way thing normally when asking questions.
Is
I'm
it?
just gonna throw back there. Well, apparently she's old enough to drink, so maybe if you get her drunk enough, she might answer. And then I keep going forward.
I would never do such a thing. That's very irresponsible.
You just hear Rattle through laughing as he's writing, and then continues to sing his song.
all right. If there's any more conversation, have it now. Otherwise, you guys are coming up upon quest.
I whisper over to Talus. Was that good?
That was perfect.
Oh, you. Oh no.
Oh God.
That's
I
so
love this
evil.
combo.
I was worried about Raven and Coraline. No, I should have been looking at Talon and Coraline.
House is a dark horse.
All right.
Watch
So
out.
as you are having these conversations, you're messing with each other. Things have lightened the mood a little bit as you're having these conversations, asking these questions. As you leave Azmar behind you, ahead of you, as you're riding, after a couple of hours traveling on horseback, you come upon Quest. And before you sits a very small village. Not quite what you're expecting, but it seems well cared for. There is a couple of buildings sporadically scattered where you can assume people live. And in the middle, there's a couple of shops. The largest of which is a 2-story building with a swinging sign out front that says Quest in all caps. There are places to tie the horses if you'd like to tie them, like tie off the leads. What would you like to do?
Have we been following the footsteps?
You have
like,
been. You knew which
tracks?
direction they were headed, so you can
Okay.
assume it was. You by the tracks that Irden had left, you could tell that he was headed towards Quest or Flemwell. You decided as a party to go to Quest first to see if he was there, if he had stopped, anything else before heading to Flemwell or Kiven, wherever he may be. So Quest was apparently the direction he was headed.
Does there look to be like an inn, or is that the big building that looks to be?
There is an inn. It is off to one side. It is a little bit smaller than this building.
Okay, and does this big building look like a place of like a shop or like
it looks
a
like a
restaurant?
shop. Yep, it looks
Okay.
like a shop.
Shall we divide and conquer? See if we can find.
What time is it currently?
It's mid-afternoon. mid to late. You guys are getting there. Later evening, but at the moment, I'd say it's probably 3:34. Time enough for you to do things.
I like to check out Quest.
Me and Talos are stringing up our horse. I'm going to spend a good 15 minutes, like,
Okay.
cleaning my horse and, like, making sure he's doing okay. That was a lot. Carry 2 people.
If you, as a party, would like to go into Quest, I will let you guys go to the inn very quickly. Say you got rooms, etc.
Yeah.
Why not?
And our
Ezekiel,
favorite Lexodon isn't in the inn currently,
not that you've seen,
and the innkeeper hasn't seen him.
not yet.
'Kay.
Not that they've seen yet. That doesn't mean he's not there. That just means that they haven't seen them yet. Ezekiel, are you also purchasing a room at the inn?
I mean, if that's where everyone else is going, like he'll go with them. At some point when he gets a moment, he'll just mention to Coraline, just be like, if you have interest in the Feywilds, there are more things I might know. But I'd be very interested to know what you know about the Feywild too, and what you know about warlocks. But we'll talk about that later.
I look
For
forward
now,
to the conversation.
So do I.
So,
It'll be very insightful.
you, as a party, purchase your rooms. The innkeeper is a half-elf. Talk to them a little bit. They have not yet seen a Lexodon, but they have informed you that they will keep an eye out. You told them that their name is Iridan, and that you would very much like to know if they come in. They've promised they will let you know. From there, you head to Quest, which is a large 2-story building. It's beautifully made. The sign swings, and as you push open the door, you can see that the bottom floor is the actual shop, and then the top floor is most likely a residence of where they live. As you walk into Quest, you hear from one side of the room, but you cannot see them yet. Just a minute, I'll be right there. And something falling and crashing. And as you step in, you are met with rows upon rows of knickknacks and potions, and things seem strewed about all over the place without rhyme or reason.
They weren't kidding about the shop.
This is what I want. Coraline. She can't tell, but a little smile starts to come onto her face.
Also, I got an inspiration point that I'm giving to Ava.
Cool. Ava, you've got 1 inspiration point, so you get to, on any roll, you can use it. You have a d4 to add, so you'll roll your normal roll and add a d4 on top of it for your inspiration. So, as you are walking in, there's enough room for you to stand and everything else. Like, it may be scattered about, there are random things everywhere as you look around, but there's enough room for you to stand and walk without tripping over anything. You can hear somebody shuffling, most likely cleaning up whatever fell. And then an individual comes around the counter from the back of where they were. And you're a little surprised to see a man with dwarven features, dressed in wizard robes that don't quite look like they fit right. He's holding potions in hand and a scroll in the other as he puts them down, and does a flurry of bows and says, "Oh, I'm Vondair. What can I do for you?" A deep, dwarven voice. This man is obviously a dwarf, dressed in very oversized robes that are gray and brown, adorned with silver accents.
What was the name?
Vondair. It's
Vondair.
Vondar.
Oh, yes.
Good day, kind sir. We have a couple quick questions before we start perusing your wares. You haven't happened to see a Lexodon wander into your shop recently?
Recently? No.
or other large amount of people?
Large amounts of people.
From Azmar?
Not yet. Should I be expecting them?
No, we were just kind of wondering.
What's happened in Azmar? Why would they be going this way?
It's on fire.
What?
There's been an accident in Azmar, and many people have fled the city, and we're looking for them to find out what happened.
Okay, I suppose I'll keep an eye out for them then. He looks very concerned. Beneath this large brim wizard hat and underneath the beard, you can still see there's a little bit of concern and hesitation in his eyes.
Don't worry. There's nobody else in like the buildings or anything. I mean, it's still on fire, but we saw a lot of tracks leaving out of it, so I think we're good. You might have some more residents.
Okay, that's good to know.
Anyways, I'm very curious. Do you have any scrolls or anything?
Scrolls, as he kind of looks around his shop of knickknacks and things. Was there any particular scroll that you were looking for in particular?
Sending, message, scrying if you have it.
Do you have any of the ritual kind that are, just any ritual kind scrolls?
You're more than welcome to look around. I would have to check my inventory logs. And as you look, things are kind of in random places, but you see a couple of scrolls. You're just not sure what they are.
Do you have any books?
Possibly? Hold on, and he steps aside for a moment. I love every time you ask for a book because then I get to pull out my random books.
Well, I've got the short history of doors, I got the long history of doors, so I'm waiting for the entire history of doors.
So
1 through 5 in particular.
this is gonna be great. So as he steps aside, he comes back with a stack of 3 books. He has on top Gone with the Healing Wind, Green Hags and Ham, and just your faces, and Alice's Adventures in the Underdark.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
I love it.
Raven goes,
Perfect.
These are great.
this is the third one. That one.
Oh, this one he hands you Alice's Adventures in the Underdark.
Has Coraline read it?
Probably.
I highly recommend that one. Very interesting.
I'm actually crying a little bit. That was funny as hell.
I'll probably take this one, but I'll peruse before making my full purchase.
Oh, sure. And he puts the other 2 on the counter. Is there anything else? If
I have a quick question. What is Ezekiel doing this entire time? Coraline, I'm gonna keep watching him, sizing it up.
Looking around at the mess that is this place.
If Ezekiel wants to look around, you are
and
more than
then-
welcome to make me perception
Yeah,
check.
at the mention of when Caroline asked about scrolls, he kind of just like, "Ooh, scrolls, that could be interesting," and kind of just pays attention to the same answer, and we'll kind of look around
You
also
find
for
that-
scrolls.
I would say there are potion bottles all over the place as well. And a variety of
potion.
colors.
Hmm.
I need to mark
Interesting.
off which books I gave you.
Are they labeled? Are there
Some of them are.
labels? Can I read any of them?
Some of them are labeled.
I look around,
which ones
like,
are
what
labeled?
do I see?
I'm so glad you've asked. Roll me a perception check.
My favorite type of
If I'm
potions are
looking
the
too,
ones
do I
that
roll
are
one?
unlabeled.
The ones that are unlabeled are my favorite.
Wait, are we both rolling perception?
If you would like to, if anyone would like to look
Yeah.
around the shop to find anything of interest, roll me a perception check.
Can I
Okay.
use my nose and make it invisible?
You can use investigation.
Unnatural 20.
Cool.
17.
Cool.
15.
Cool.
8.
10.
Okay. All right. So, as you're looking around, anybody like with above a 12, you can kind of you can tell a little bit better what there is and what there isn't. With a 10, you just get the overall. There's trinkets everywhere. There's potion bottles everywhere. You find a couple of random ones labeled and not. Ben, with yours, are you looking for anything in particular?
Just anything that I think might be of interest. Kind of, I mean, not particularly looking for things like healing potions, I guess. Probably looking for the more kind of unique and interesting ones.
Okay.
If there's anything that might catch my eye.
Cool. Okay. Some of, you see a couple that aren't labeled that you look kind of suspicious, but you know, whether he picks those up or not. But you do see a couple others a little bit odd that you don't quite recognize. Like as they're swirling around, you don't recognize them. You see one off to the side, which is blue in color, that's swirling around. You pick it up, you look at it, and on the label it just says "Slippin' Soap." You're like, which is a little odd to Ezekiel. That's not something he's seen before. You kind of walk around. You
That's
just
not a potion. What? Is
that
he
was-
just storing his bottled soap in here? What?
Off-brand soap.
Are you asking about it?
Off-brand.
Are you asking about it?
Sure.
Okay.
Like, what is this?
Oh, well,
interest.
Fonder will look over and see which one you have. Oh, that's Slippin' Soap.
Yeah, I read the label.
Oh, did I label that one? Good.
Yes.
Good. Cool.
Why haven't you labeled some of these? Do you even know what the ones that aren't labeled do?
And he picks one up, and it's an orange and red one. And he swirls around as he just holds it up to the light and looks at it. I think this one is dwarven hair growth, and then puts it down.
I was really
Can I
hoping
insight
you
check
said
that?
Yeah, you
fireball
can
in a jar.
absolutely
I
insight check.
was really hoping for fireball in a jar.
You get
I was hoping
Fireball
to.
in a
God.
jar.
Insight. I have a +5 to that, so that's a 23.
23. Okay, you don't know what dwarven hair growth is. You don't think it would
Well, I
be
can
this
assume
color,
I know what it does.
but it's not this
Yeah.
color.
No. Yeah, no, I
You actually
Nope.
recognize that one as
Nope.
something else.
what do I recognize it as?
You actually notice it as a potion of desperation.
What does that do?
What is that?
What is that?
What does a potion of desperation do, Ivy?
Well, since you know what it
Desperate
is, you are aware that it is not cheap. And that when you drink it, one of your ability scores of your choice becomes increased by 2d4. So like you're able to roll extra things onto it. But once the potion is removed, you gain 5 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, that's
Wow.
dangerous.
Only by finishing a
God.
long rest can you remove the level of exhaustion
gonna-
gained this way.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, oh, that's not no. That's you might want to label that one. That's extremely dangerous. Just takes it from him delicately. It's like this is not hair growth for dwarves. This is a potion of desperation. Yeah. You don't even know what that is, do you?
I know what that is.
Insight check.
Good.
So judgmental. You don't even know what this is.
17.
Yeah, he knows what it is. He just didn't realize that that's what that one was.
Might want to label this one. Extremely dangerous.
He takes it from you and goes and puts it over with the other books. All right, girls.
Responsible with magic. I would never.
As you guys are looking around, you're finding various items, whether that be swords, whether that be tools, whether that be scrolls. What particularly would you like to find? Are you searching for anything?
Yes, I pulled up the list of things.
Oh my
I
God.
would love to find a scroll of Liamon's tiny hut, if possible.
Shocking. I would have never guessed.
Of possibly, what is it? Speak with animals. Phantom Steed is also pretty cool.
Oh my god.
Wrist
Oh my
pocket.
God.
I like how you literally like, yes, I have a list.
Of course you do.
I mean, who wouldn't? Like,
True. True.
Oh,
Yeah, I like to wing it. It's more
and
fun
also,
that
do you
way.
have any like interesting or magical means of rare inks that I could, if possible?
I'm so glad you asked. So, as you say magical inks, he's like, oh, I have this, and he holds up a small vial with a quill in it, like an ink. He's like, this is extra visible ink, and and he goes into the explanation of so basically, this ink may count as part of the cost for scribing spells. Words and runes pens with this ink are magically protected above what they have written on illusionary lights, making any book or object they are scribed or act as if the light cantrip has been cast on them. The effect cannot be shut off except by smudging or erasing the letters from the object they are inscribed on. One vial of ink will work on a 5-page paper or the same amount of objects of comparable size.
Okay. Now, if I was to like transcribe a scroll, would that be useful? Like, would it work?
It would work.
But I mean, it's interesting. What is like? How much is it?
Oh, this one's 25 gold pieces.
Well,
While she's
back to the
thinking.
scrolls. Do you have any of those scrolls?
I think I have a speak with animals somewhere. It walks over to a wall with just so many trinkets as it starts shifting through things. What are the rest of you looking for, if anything, in particular?
Raven is gonna look and see if there's like a handful of very small toys around, like particularly of the metal type.
Yeah, she could find some small toys. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Just something that's easily carried in her pocket. So she's looking for things like toy horses, toy animals, that type of thing.
Yeah, you're able to find a couple of toy,
Wait.
like toy soldiers, a couple of small horses, a small, like ballerina.
She'll take any of the animals, and basically she'll take 5 of what she finds. Probably mainly the animal ones if she can find them.
Sure. Yeah, you gather them. And he looks over. He's like, "Oh, I'll just charge you like a gold piece for those. Not a big deal."
And how much for the book? Because she'll
we'll
also
just-
grab Alice's Adventures in the Underdark.
Oh wow. Thank you, Noble, for
Hey,
that. We appreciate you.
Noble.
Cool.
Thank you.
Wow.
Noble coming in
I got one
clutch.
of those. Oh, yeah.
Noble coming in clutch. Thank you very much. We appreciate
Thanks.
you. All right. I was gonna say you were the first one to do that, so cool. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Ooh, cool.
That's so sweet.
Cool. Glad we're entertaining enough.
Wow.
Love you guys.
I mean, like, dang.
all right.
I mean,
He's like, oh, for the book, we'll just say another gold piece on top of that. So 2.
2 gold pieces.
Mhm.
Okay, and then Raven, while they're still making deals, she's gonna keep poking around in the back. She'll pay her 2 gold pieces and be like, "I'm gonna dive a little deeper and like head like to the far end of like the back corner of the store."
Okay. So, Talus, Cersei, anything else? Anything that you two would like to look for?
I'm looking for the most valuable looking thing there. Which I'm talking in terms of
The
like,
most-
shiny stuff, because
the
obviously
most
I'm not going to
valuable?
know most valuable in terms of like this potion's worth a lot. I'm not going to understand that.
By terms
more
of
in
shiny.
terms of,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Let me look for you. Let me just cruise here. Are you trying to steal it? Is that what we're going for here?
No.
Okay. Cool.
you don't know.
Nice.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
No, I'm not
Also
trying to,
looking-
yeah, honestly, I'm not trying to steal it.
Oh, I just realized something I should probably do.
What's that?
I should just go into the middle of this place and just cast Detect Magics, then I'll know everything does.
Listen, man, buddy, my guy,
You
my
will be
guy,
blinded.
my bestie. I've been through that. I don't think you want to try that.
4 points
would-
of psychic
I would
damage as you're
I would
just
still
blinded.
know. I would
I
still
got
know what
crit
everything
on
does.
doing that. Maybe don't.
It's fine.
Let's see here.
Just know what everything does.
Damage, drama. It's fine.
Okay.
Damage.
Cool. Okay, let me see. So
It's
the
fine.
most.
I'm just yes.
All right. So Talus, I want you to roll investigation, and we'll see if you can find it. We'll see if you can find it within the clumps of just everything here.
You walked into that bed.
23.
23. Cool. All right, yeah. So the most expensive thing and the most valuable probably in this entire shop. Let's see. Yeah, would actually be a ring of protection.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
A ring of protection, and normally goes for 3,500 pieces of gold. And
I
Oh, that's
I'm-
spicy.
I am going to very discreetly look at it,
mhm,
and I'm gonna cast Distort Value on it.
okay.
I will.
You're
Oh my
you're
God.
making it look cheaper than it is, correct?
Oh
Yes,
my
I'm
God.
making it look like
I
just
should have said my
kind of like
spell
a copper ring that has some green on it, just because it's older and copper with time
Mhm.
becomes green.
Okay.
How
How much does it distort the value by? For those who don't know how distort value works.
You cast a spell on an object no more than 1 foot on a side, doubling the object's perceived value by adding illusory, nourishes, or polish to it, or reducing its perceived value by half with the help of illusory scratches, dents, and other unsightly features. Anyone examining the object can ascertain its true value with a successful intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC.
Okay. So you cast distort
When
value.
you cast a spell using spell slot of second level higher, the maximum size of the object increases by 1 foot. But that
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, that doesn't matter here because you are making it look cheaper. So you cast distort value on this ring. Oh, we gotta hydrate. Thank you, Noble.
Drink is empty.
Also, thank you
Okay.
to our anonymous
I'll drink water.
cheer for the bits. So you cast distort value on this ring. You make it look coppery, old, dented, everything else almost green. How are you gonna sell it to our lovely dwarven owner here that what you found is not worth what it really is?
Oh man.
I'll let you think about it for a
Mhm.
second if you'd like, and I'll move on to Cersei and come back to you.
Maybe this is
So take a moment. Cersei, what are you looking for?
Cersei just over here like, I don't even know. More like she probably just turned to the proprietor and be like, this is quite an establishment you have.
Well, thank you very much. I've worked very hard to curate all of this and the kind of gestures to the rest of the building.
Aye. Is it just... How long have you been working on compiling all of this? Where did you get it all?
Oh, a couple of years. People sell me random things. They trade it. Like estate sales.
Probably try and organize it a little bit.
What estates?
I'd have to look through the logs. I don't think anybody super high nobility. Why?
No, I was just curious.
Oh.
Where you're probably getting all this.
Random
Because
places.
you probably bought it and then you're probably selling it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If
Also,
I
do you
were-
have an alarm spell or like an animal messenger spell or like a beast sense spell
I just started
or,
listing off spells.
or the water breathing scroll or
She just has this giant other scroll of just like, I would like any of
and
these,
this and
please.
this and this and this and this. Yes, Din, you have your hand raised as he's looking for spells for.
No, he was trying to speak, and then Coraline started. He's just like,
Uh,
Alright.
yes, as he kind of looks to Rallifer.
If I might be able to interject, I just have 3 things I'm looking for. If you have a scroll on scrying, sending, or message, that would be helpful.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? I'm looking for this lady's everything. I'll see what I have.
If you can, I will appreciate it.
And he kind of steps off to one side. Is anybody else looking for anything else while he steps to the back?
Raven's gonna head to like the right back of the store, and
Okay.
she's gonna just start poking around looking for more books, or seeing if he's gonna miss any scrolls in the back, or like things that are literally like, oh, what's that show where they literally like go antique hunting and in like people's barns that they forget about things. That is
Yeah,
what she's trying to do in like the back end of the store.
I'm gonna do that as
Not
well.
Storage Wars, the antique one.
I'm gonna do that as well, but I'm gonna put my monocle on while I'm looking around.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Oh my god!
Oh my god,
I gotta
man.
go blind!
Okay, cool. All right.
It's fine. It
So-
should
He just goes, okay, I'm just gonna detect magic.
In order of how this happens, he walks to the back. In that instant, the party erupts into doing all of their sneaky adventuring things.
He's just casting it discreetly.
With Ezekiel stepping into kind of more the center of the store and casting Detect Magic. Literally everything in this building glows.
Cool. But it all glows, but now I know what it's glowing with, because it's all glowing different colors. So I know what type of magic it is. So it might help me identify things more.
Welcome to the Rainbow Shop.
Yeah,
Welcome
it's congratulations. It's
I
now
mean,
a
you get
rainbow.
9 things of evocation,
Yeah,
like,
it's
druid.
it is a mess. None of it is any rhyme or reason. Everything glows.
It's like basically you're on acid right now.
Basically.
Colors.
Fair enough.
everywhere.
Hopefully, he doesn't have any problems with like strobe lights or anything.
Oh my god. So
Do I see the magic items that the party have?
Sandstorm plays in the background.
are you trying to look and see what magic items the party has?
He's just looking around. He would see.
I mean, you would see that Rattleford's monocle is glowing. You would see the hat that Coraline is wearing glowing. Up, thank you, welcome in. Good to see you guys.
Hey, guys.
Is Coraline's book also
Yes,
magical?
yes,
Okay.
it is. So you see
Ooh.
Coraline's hat glowing. You see Rattleford's monocle glowing. You see a couple
Curious.
of added objects
Feel
on all of them glowing. And you're starting to realize that the party that you are currently with seems a little more suspicious with the items that they have.
Hi.
So what was that list of things everyone had again?
I'll get you a
Writing these
list.
down.
We'll get you a list later.
Oh yeah, give me a list. I'm gonna need it.
But you
You
do-
look beautiful.
Uh-huh.
They look gorgeous. Yeah.
Damn,
So Bonder comes out. He has a scroll of message that he hands to Rattleford. He has a scroll of animal handling that he hands to Coraline. As the others are kind of
Wait, do you mean animal messenger or animal
speak
speak?
to animals?
Okay.
Cersei, what were you looking for? Anything in particular?
Cersei has no idea, so she's just wandering around,
All right. So
not trying to steal things.
yeah,
Just
I was gonna say
looking.
as you're kind of looking around in the back for objects, you find a couple of potions he probably wouldn't miss, whether you pick them up or not. A couple of them are labeled, a couple of them are not.
She'd be interested just because, like, she heard Ezekiel over here, like, yee, what is this? She'd probably just be like,
Talus,
okay, apparently this place has some crazy stuff.
as he looks over, have you thought about how you're going to sell the idea that this ring that you've cast distorted value on is not what it actually is?
I'm actually thinking of wearing it and just walking away.
Okay. I was gonna say I need you to roll sleight of hand.
No.
Remember to have that inspiration inspiration die.
You do have an inspiration.
Oh, I'm gonna use it.
For our chat, we do
use
have
it.
inspiration, so if you guys would like to give inspiration to anybody in our thing, they get a 1d4 added to any of the rolls that you can use at any point. Cersei-
Well, Cersei just got
Cersei
one.
got inspiration. Thank you, Noble. Alright,
Oh, thank you, Noble.
Talus, what is yours?
27. I used the inspiration that Din gave me.
Oh, that's
He
spicy.
rolled a 12. He does not see you to cast distort value. He does not see you take it. I will send you the stats for this ring later.
Oh,
For so
I
those
cannot believe you just did that.
So, for
Did
those
you
of
say
you who
that
don't know, Talus, our lovely rogue, just got away with stealing a ring of protection from a shop.
So good.
And
By
how much
casting-
is that worth again?
3,500 pieces of gold.
Holy
So, cool.
I
And
feel
suddenly
so
Talus has money.
guilty.
So,
As a failed rogue, I'm living through you right now.
Talus,
I feel
Oh,
so
why?
guilty.
as you
Jeez, my soul.
as Vonder is coming out, he's handing the scrolls to whoever wanted them. You're just like, I think I'm good kind of thing, and you walk out with this ring on your finger. I will send you the stats for it later, but you currently are now in possession of a ring of protection. If you want to add it to your D&D Beyond, you should be able to pull it off. It's a normal item. It's a
My
you'll be able to
God.
find it. So Talus, you just
D&D Beyond, you
walk out.
guys.
D&D Beyond, you guys. So you walk out with this ring of protection on your finger. Coraline, he hands you a scroll of Speak with Animals. Is this kind of what you were looking for?
Do you have? I mean, not that this isn't amazing. Do you have any of the other ones of like? I'm really interested in getting Alarm and Liamin's tiny hut.
Let me do some research. Are you in town for a little while? Can I do some looking?
We might be here another day or so. I'm not 100% sure.
Let me do some looking and looking around, and then I'll
That would be great. But you also have special inks to be able to transcribe such things, right?
Yeah, the ink, yeah. The extra visible ink. Were you looking at that as well?
Well, no, for not that that's not also extremely cool. To be able to copy such scrolls and use them to my own advantages, I need to be able to transcribe them into my book
Coraline,
with the
you now
special
have inspiration.
arcane ink.
Yeah.
So I've
let
been
me
told.
find the ink. He looks at everybody else. Is there anything else before I go to the back?
You'll hear Raven yelling from the back, being like, I got one more thing.
What? Yes.
A scroll of message or sending?
Message.
Damn it.
It's not
Okay.
sending.
Bag of holding.
Okay.
Why? Oh, money, okay.
What's a bag of holding?
It holds a bunch of stuff. A lot of it.
Kind of in the
Raven's
name.
yelling this
I
from the
mean-
back.
Coraline will look in her little bag. How much stuff do you need to fit in a bag?
Does Raven hear her
I
say
mean-
that?
It's a bag.
It's bigger on the inside. A lot of big things you want to carry that wouldn't fit in a normal bag.
Think of all the
Hey, hold 'em.
books.
We
Sure.
need a bag of holding.
Yeah, I thought as much.
Okay, cool. Let's see here. All right, so
Raven will also keep digging around, and she's gonna look for anything of interest.
Okay.
Basically anything unusual. While she's literally trying to dig through all the trinkets.
all right, so you're digging around. He is Rutherford, did he want anything else?
Just if he has message or scrying.
He sent you. He gave you message. He does not have sending or scrying.
That's all I'm looking for, really.
Okay. Well,
Or
he found
if
you
knows
message.
of anything that can keep a curse. Was also one of the things that I said.
He
But
doesn't
that's
see any of
kinda-
that, but he does have
Yeah, no.
message. So he hands you that scroll. Ezekiel,
Okay.
anything from you?
Still just looking curiously around.
Okay.
just intrigued by all the different types of magic he's seeing, especially from his newfound friends.
Mm-hmm.
Do-
How
Now, do we
bizarre.
know- Notice that he's
can you
cast
send
a
me that
spell?
list real quick?
I will send you the list.
Yeah,
Did he get a good
Oh.
glimpse of me? Because I left the store.
He would have seen. He cast before you had left, so he would have
Okay.
caught a glimpse
Yes.
of you leaving. And
he
then
didn't
the rest.
like when they went to the back. He wasn't hiding it. He was just like, yeah, detect magic. I'm gonna look around at everything,
Mhm.
and then just happened to look in your guys' direction at some point.
Yeah, it was not out
So,
of malice.
so
intent.
do we know that we know? Do we know that he's cast it?
He wasn't
Yes,
hiding it,
he's
so
not-
yes.
Oh
I
no,
didn't yet.
Coraline is definitely making sure that her back is to him at all times now.
Okay. Let me. look
Interesting.
here.
That won't save you.
That won't save you. Okay,
She doesn't know that.
so he comes
She's
out.
about to find out.
He comes out.
Right.
Cersei, there's nothing you want. Just to clarify.
Yeah, she's not like the,
You are
the
in
thing-
town, so if you are to look at a list later and let me know that, wanted to look at this, we can come back to it.
Yeah, currently she's just looking at
Okay.
the potions that she's finding, just like having a good time trying to figure out what all this stuff is.
Okay. Talus, you have stepped out with this ring now in your possession. Then he gave you a message. Anything else? Just to clarify. He did
I'm
not have
gonna
anything
step
else.
out now that I have message. Like I'll pay for however much it is, and then I'm gonna step out.
Okay, you step out. Coraline. He does not find anything else. He said he'll look for you. Is there anything else?
If I look around and look at the trinkets, is there anything that's like a puffy little ball or like toy or
Yeah, you could probably find like a little puff ball of cotton. Are you looking for something for Scritches?
I'm looking? Yes.
Yeah, you should be able to find a cat toy pretty easy for him.
Is there like any magically infused ones that will like play with the cat?
You
I
know
just
what?
wanna know.
Sure, because I think the idea of having that would be really funny. So yeah, you can have it.
Yes, I want to get a little mouse toy that will.
That runs
Like,
around by.
play.
Okay, great. So yeah, we'll say you find
don't
one.
think you
We'll say that's one of
understand
the random things.
That is
I will
just
find it and like,
why.
how much is this?
Oh, you can have that. I think I got that from a tabaxi or something that just really enjoyed it. You can just take it. I've never
Tabaxi
sold one.
artificer.
I've never sold one. You can have it.
I will put it in my bag and I will pull out a little seed and make him a rose.
Oh, well.
Of my orange and give it to him.
Well,
thank you.
thank
so much.
You. He looks like he's never been given a flower before in his life.
Oh.
Why don't people give flowers more often?
And he puts it in a little pocket.
Society.
He puts it in a little pocket on his wizard robes, and just
Aw.
the head of it poking out over the pocket. Raven,
My heart is so
are you
full.
looking for anything else? You're just back there, kind of looking through it.
Do I come? She's literally looking for anything that would. Let's put it this way: kindly appease her patron. That her patron might take interest in.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
I don't like that word.
Interesting.
Least favorite wording.
Interesting.
Oh, I love patrons. Let's get into this. What does your
dear.
patron desire?
You know, let me look. That's an interesting question.
That's why she's
Interesting.
hanging out in the back. That's where the good stuff gets lost.
You're right. You're not. You're finding kind of a couple of gems here and there that you might be able to use, like in offerings, but you're not finding anything super interesting besides the books. Are you looking for through the other books?
Yeah, if she digs around, if there's any other interesting books while she's back here besides the other ones.
You find a very interesting one, actually. As you're looking, you're digging, you're just kind of saying kind of what sticks out to you. You pull out a book called Celestials and Demons. And as you flip through it, kind of looking it over, it is a tale about a Githyanki explorer and his adventures through the different planes.
She
And
will
what does
kind of-
that smile mean?
She will
I think that's
whisper
cool.
it into like kind of just more of like she's talking to like her patron like in her mind, being like, does this take of interest of yours?
You get a feeling that it does.
She'll just nod and then bring it up and be like, found this in the back. How much for it?
Kind of looks at it. He's like, oh, I didn't even know I had that. We'll just say a piece of silver.
She pulls out a piece of gold and flicks it to him, being like,
Oh. Well, thank you very much.
thank you. Much appreciated.
He kind of looks to who is left. I'm not finding a bag of holding. I have a couple of other things I have to look through for one of you. I'll look, and if you come back tomorrow, I'll see if I can find more. Was there anything else I can help you with immediately?
No, this is great.
Simple pleasures.
Oh, baby.
All right. If there's nothing else, you are free to leave. Who's standing
As soon
outside?
as I leave, I put the mouse on the ground and summon Scritches.
Who is standing outside?
Me.
Same.
I'll probably be heading out that direction as my eyes are starting to hurt.
Yeah.
So
Ah, shit.
when Coraline puts the little toy on the floor,
Mhm.
you can visibly see it's taking every ounce of self-control inside of Rattleford to not like look at where it's going and try to follow, and he's just like, no.
As you, as a party, are standing there, you finish finding things, stealing things. You look up to see a familiar figure, tall. As he is walking into town, there is soot and ash over his clothes. The smell of burning just it totally engulfs his large frame as Iridan, the Luxodon alchemist, walks into town. He looks exhausted. He
My
looks
son!
absolutely worn.
Prestidigitation. Clean him up as soon as I see him.
You do so.
Same.
He looks up, confused as to what you're doing here. As you had left Azmar, and they had left before you had come back and seen. Oh, hello. He seems disoriented. He seems exhausted. And now that he smells better, he's like, thank you.
The least that we could do.
You do not see anybody else accompanying him. He is alone.
No. No.
Well, his tracks were separate from the groups. There was a giant populace of tracks going
Do
elsewhere.
you know
than
where
his.
the other townspeople are?
The ones who survived, they kind of went off to wherever they might have family. The rest of the country,
Do you know who made it out? So, long time no see, Erden.
good to see you, Ezekiel. I wish it was not like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You heard of Mia.
I did.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Did
Thanks,
you
friend.
see what happened to her?
The wizard just came in and started throwing fireballs all over the place. He went for her first. We couldn't stop him. What we were supposed to do. Stood their ground and told the rest of us to run.
What was he using to cast spells, by the way? What was his focus?
It was a tome.
Tome. Tome! You guys went to the body, right? Did you please tell me you didn't leave the tome?
It
Do you
disappeared.
have it? What do you mean?
It
it
disintegrated.
Caroline tried to
of course
pick it up.
did. Idiot. Don't worry about it.
I don't
course you-
know where the rest of them went. I know
So much knowledge lost.
I think Finley made it out. I saw it. I saw them.
Oh, thank goodness.
I think I saw Alice.
Alice. Okay.
Did you see Marina?
Possibly. I don't remember seeing Dirham.
You didn't see Dirham?
Not that I recall.
Ah.
And
Did Quill say anything before he started firing it off or anything? Did he say anything, give any indication of why in particular he was?
just out of pure rage. I'd known Quill for years and I'd never seen him that angry. I knew he was mad. I knew that the situation was upsetting, but I never thought. Something strange.
Do you know
I had
why
never,
now?
Irden kind of shrugs. He's like, I had never seen him use magic before.
Really?
He
Huh.
wasn't a magic user before.
No, I'd never seen that tome before.
Never seen the book before. And he only casts the one spell. It doesn't take long to learn one spell. Even if it is something of high level.
Coraline's just been playing with Scritches this entire time. She's not a part of this conversation.
Irden, can we?
Yes,
Do you want to sit down? We can get you some food at the inn, and
I
we can hear more.
need rest.
Can we get you a room?
I'll get it. That's very kind, but I will take care of myself. Thank you. We'll reconvene after I've rested. And he kind of lumbers up to the inn and walks in. You can see the fatigue just in his shoulders as he hunches down to walk through the door frame.
He's gonna be okay.
Good to see that him alive.
We should
Yeah.
probably get rest as well. It has been a long day for us.
Well, let's probably have some dinner first. Who's hungry?
Yeah. What other shops are in Quest? You're saying, besides the big one.
So there's a couple of shops around. I've got my list for you. My list of random shops.
Random shops.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's fine. So you see, this looks like, because of where Quest is situated between Kivin and Flemwell, this is very much a stopping point for in the middle of when you're traveling. So the accommodations are more of a little bit touristy, but also is getting ready for you to travel to a port town. So in it, there's rations, there's stores that will specialize in like adventuring packs. You can look off to one side. Besides Quest, there's a potion shop, but Quest also has potions, so it seems a little let's see. What else do we
Redundant.
have? Redundant. And then we have we have a small little shop just with goods like food and things like that. We have an armory. What are you looking for?
Is there a bakery?
Of course you'd ask. The small little shop that you look over to see that has like food and goods also has a bakery in it. So yes.
Raven notes it and knows where she's going tomorrow morning.
Perfect. For now, are you planning on going to the inn? Getting some rest?
Raven suddenly notices how tired, worn down, and not feeling the best
Oh
she
yeah.
is.
So the amount.
She looks at Ezekiel and goes,
Earlier.
food would be, now that I'm realizing it, food.
Mm.
And I have questions for you.
I'm sure
Everybody has questions for.
I'm
poor
sure everyone
Ezekiel.
has questions for Ezekiel. Maybe a good drink. and
Yeah.
good food.
I have questions for all of you. What's the deal?
Mm,
Food, drink, questions.
Food, drink, and a good conversation. Sounds good to me. Okay, let's go. And he'll start making his way towards the end.
okay.
Wow, sounds like a A great first date.
That's how first dates normally are. That sounds terrible.
Well, no, normally my first dates are like, oh, do you want to see this book collection? And I spend 6 hours in a library and don't notice when they wander off.
I'm not sure if that is better or worse.
Raven just walks into the inn.
Oh, okay. You walk into the inn. Do you want
Okay.
to have these conversations now, or do you want to start off next session with these conversations?
I think Coraline's had a very rough day and she likes to deal with her things solitarily. So she will eat and she will drink and then she will drink
Cool.
water, by
Okay.
the way.
So we did get a hydrate check. So we will end
And
session
she
there.
will,
Oh.
go to bed.
So we will end session there then.
All
So
right, all right.
we will start off next session with you guys sitting down. Whoever wants
Yeah,
to
this
just
gives me
have
2
questions
weeks
for
to figure out
Ezekiel.
questions to ask.
I would say think about the,
Oh,
for the
yeah.
next 2 weeks the questions you want to ask. We'll actually see Ben next week because he co-hosts Sometimes Dungeons, Sometimes Dragons, which is a variety show that we host with a guest every week.
Yeah.
So we will have Ben for next week on Sometimes Dungeons, Sometimes Dragons, and the week after that on the Rectification. Thank you to all of our wonderful chat. We are going to go raid somebody. So let me see who's around
Yes.
for us to
Great
raid.
time.
I never used my inspiration, so does it carry over? Or
I'll let
no?
you carry it over.
Schooner or later is live.
Yes.
Ooh, Schooner Later. Ooh, Shop Goblin is also live. What is Schooner
Ooh.
Later doing right now? Ooh,
There's
Dorcas
so
is
many
also.
good streams, guys.
Dungeons.
Oh, you know what? We also have the stream of many things. We have so many good options tonight. Goodness.
So many.
Oh, they're doing their Curse of Strahd game.
Ooh, they are doing their
Ooh.
Curse of Strahd. We can go look at. Let's go.
Strahd is always fun.
Let's go raid. I gotta make sure I spell her name right.
Do you want me to just send it to you?
No,
can
I
just
got
send
it. I have it pulled up. Schooner or later.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Who is holding the jar of potentially fireball?
I
Magic
have
missile?
the potion of magic missiles.
The jar of potentially fireball.
You have it?
Mhm.
I have
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Raven gave it to Coraline at the
Mhm.
time.
Perfect.
How are you
But
carrying
regarding
it?
that-
Just like in a pouch or what?
Oh, no, in your bag.
I have a little and I have a big coat. Like I have a coat with a lot of pockets.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to go raid Schooner later. We will be back next. Well, actually, we'll be back on this channel tomorrow with our DMing Academy, which is our all-male cast, who teaches you how to go from player to DM and back again. So we'll be back tomorrow with that, and then on next Friday with Sometimes Dungeons, Sometimes Dragons with Ben, and then the week after that we'll be back again with the Rectification, where you can see all of these lovely women and our guest player Ben. So we're gonna go raid Schooner later now.
Yay!
Have a great night, everybody. We're gonna go raid Schooner later.
Woo!
Woo!
Bye, friends.